Look at that timing by Mike Storey. Week 11 in the books. We are 3 weeks away. 3 more fantasy week story until the fantasy playoffs starts. Is that wild or what?
Hey, man, college fantasy football playoffs start on Saturday.
Nobody cares. Sorry. What's up, Blake, Mark, Jason? I got to say this. Thank you for showing up, Storey, because you know who didn't show up tonight?
Who's that?
Ashton Genty.
He did not. He did not.
6 rushing. Well, no, the coaches didn't allow him to show up. No. But, bro, like, I get that, like, the game script became, okay, pass first. But, like, why do you spend a top 10 pick on a guy that you're just not going to use? Couldn't you do the same thing with Zamir White? Like, what's the difference?
4 carries in the first half? Does that make any sense whatsoever?
No, dude.
Yeah.
It does if you have Zamir White, but you don't have Zamir White. I don't know why I keep on bringing up Zamir White, but I just like saying his name. It's fucking wacky. You know who did show up, though, Storey?
Who's that?
George fucking Pickens, dude.
Yeah, man. Let's look at this stat line right here. 9 for 144 and a touchdown.
That touchdown was silk. That was silk. Also, he pulled the Pickens and Williams and gets a penalty. It doesn't matter because you're Brandon Aubrey. He'll kick an extra point from 60 yards. But it did matter when we didn't mention that yesterday. Pickens Williams changed that game with that penalty, you know? Like, extra points were already an adventure in that wind, and that side of the field in particular. Pickens Williams, when will you learn? And like the broadcast even said it, they're like, that's kind of part of Pickens Williams' game. I'm like, being a knucklehead should not be part of your game. Like, change your game. Don't do dumb shit. You know they flag that every time. Jumping on the goalpost or on the padding. It's a penalty every time, Storey. Every time.
Yeah. Well, do you think that George Pickens learned his lesson after being benched in the first series tonight? You obviously saw that.
Dude. Yeah, so I was out with another couple. We didn't swing, unfortunately, but maybe next time. And I was kind of watching it. You know, I was playing darts, and I had my eye on the game, and I look out there. I'm like, I see Flournoy, I see Tolbert. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, okay, maybe one play because they ran at the first down. Second play, it was the whole series. It would have been the whole series. And my bet was George Pickens. I'm like, dude, am I going to lose a bet because he got benched in the first quarter? But I felt better about it because CeeDee Lamb wasn't out there as well. I figured it was just not missed meeting or anything, not like a Keon Coleman situation. But I was like, if I lose a bet because he misses a quarter because of disciplinary issues, by the way, that was a smash bet. And I wanted to go CeeDee Lamb, but his number went up from 82 to 87. So I pivoted to George Pickens, and CeeDee Lamb did not hit his number.
Did you ladder that?
No, I should have laddered it, man. It was right on the cusp of ladder, 64.
Yeah.
Right on the cusp. I should just ladder all of them because, like, when I'm right, I'm really right. Because what did you say? You had
144.
Yeah, the 140 would have hit. That would have been fucking 12, or probably 15 to 1, 20 to 1.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Hey, I've got to get a bottle opener. So,
are you drinking? Whoa! Yeah, it's the drunk Storey. Yeah, all right. I can see if I can handle this on my own. I'm a little nervous.
Be right back.
I'm a little nervous.
And realize this is not a twist off.
All good, man. Is J.J. McCarthy the worst quarterback you've seen in the last few years? No. I've seen Dylan Gabriel. He's the worst first-round quarterback I've seen. And maybe not. Okay, Will Levis was worse, but Will Levis was a late first-round pick. So the difference with McCarthy is Levis was put in a bad situation there in Tennessee. Now, Will Levis is trash, but a lot of quarterbacks would look bad in Tennessee. McCarthy got the luxury of sitting for a year. Granted, it was injury, but sitting for a year watching Sam Darnold, learning under Kevin O'Connell, who's a top 3 offensive mind in the game. So this is technically his rookie year, but he had a whole year of sitting there, understanding the playbook, understanding what the NFL is about. So I'm going to ding him for that. And then I'm going to dig him because he was what was J.J. McCarthy's story? Was he the 7th overall pick?
No.
At 9th? It was top 10.
Somewhere in that range, yeah. He was.
Yeah, I'm going to dig him for the fact that he was that high, where Will Levis was a late first-round pick. And again, Tennessee's trash. You can't judge him there. And then the fact they traded up for him. So all of those things, and because they gave away Danny Dimes and they gave away Sam Darnold because of this kid. So it's just a bad situation. He looks rough. I feel like he's much more savable than someone like Will Levis. But who knows, man? Could you see Will Levis reemerging, Story, if he goes to the right situation? Because the guy's got the talents. Like, Will Levis is actually more talented in terms of size, speed, strength, arm talent than J.J. McCarthy.
Will Levis definitely has an arm that few in the league do. He's going to need an injury in front of him, but I could see him having after the first quarter, his starting quarterback gets injured. He comes in, he leads them to a playoff berth, and then he might get a starting gig after that. But dude, I don't think it's over for McCarthy, but he's got to clean up a lot of stuff in the offseason if he wants to be.
Yeah. He's supposed to be pro ready. And again, the word I'm going to use here with like the Levis comparison actually makes a lot of sense because Will Levis has all the tools, right? Like he has all the tools to be, I wouldn't say elite, but like a good starting quarterback in the league. JJ McCarthy is not a tools guy. His tool shed's empty. He just like makes the most out of he's supposed to make the most out of his little primitive tools he has, right? He's like a caveman. And he's not making anything. Like he's not making the wheel. He's a guy that made the wheel and it's a square. You ever seen that where it just doesn't roll? And so we'll see, man. And I know he's coming off an injury. The problem is mentally, he doesn't look like he's not processing right. And he just looks flustered, bro. He's supposed to be this guy that's, calm, cool, collected winner. And I just don't see it. I don't see it.
No, there's moments in there. He's made some fine throws. In general, though, it's 90%. It's off. If there's anybody in the league that can fix him, though, it's Kevin O'Connell. So let's get him through. The crazy thing is, like, the Vikings thought that they had the quarterback situation figured out. The Falcons thought they had the quarterback situation figured out, and now the Falcons are probably in as much quarterback hell as anybody in the league.
Penix was an old rookie, and he was an old rookie story.
Yeah, he was a very old rookie.
Multiple ACLs, right? He's already had multiple ACLs.
It's his third ACL, and he's not going to be ready for a long time next year. Kirk Cousins, we don't know if he's going to ever be the same after that.
He's done.
And
done.
What are they going to do? They don't have a first-round pick next year. They traded that away to the Rams.
That's the craziest thing is that, like, that's why, you know what? Bringing back Drake London might be more possible because, like, I know they still have their second and third and all that, but like when you lose your first round pick, I see this in the NBA all the time. Teams are less likely to tank because, like, what are you tanking for? You're actually tanking to make that trade seem worse because it's the Packers, right? Or who is it? Who has the Rams? The Rams, yeah. So the Rams are set up so nice. Like Rams fans are sitting there touching themselves, jerking it to realizing that now they have this pick from the Falcons that was projected to be what, like a back end, an 18th overall or so to start the year with where the win total was at
7, 8, 9 range right now.
Oh, this might be fucking 4, 5, 6 range story. They have 3 wins. The man made $1 million.
There's a lot of teams with 3 or fewer wins in the league. Don't forget that.
I know, but there's some frisky teams. I don't know how frisky the Falcons would be. Jason says McCarthy cursed himself. You mentioned this yesterday. Signing the camera after with the natty with 9 completions. Wasn't it less than 9?
I don't know the exact number. It was somewhere in that range.
Yeah, that's low. That's low. That's a good call, GT. JJ's accuracy doesn't fit the scheme for KLC. No, KLC is not getting fired. If he does, then please come to the Bears as an offensive coordinator. Pair him with Ben Johnson. That'd be fucking sick.
That'd be nice. Sick. But McCarthy will, or Kevin O'Connell, he's not getting fired, first of all. And if he did, he'd immediately get scooped up by another team as a head coach.
Because I think he's a good leader too. I like him a lot. You look like him too, Story. Sven, I lost 2 leagues by less than 0.5. That is a rough one, man. I love winning them by close amounts. I'd rather lose by 50 than lose by fucking less than 1. Story, you had a rough fantasy week. I got to report my fantasy week. I only report it when it's good. I'm kidding. I know a lot of people don't want to hear, but when it's so good, I have to report it. I lost 2 matchups, bro. 23-2. And no, we lost ours, right?
We did. Yeah.
So no, I only lost 2. I lost one of my ESPNs, and then I went undefeated on Fantrax and 4-0 on Yahoo. So what is that? 23-2. So it is 44-6 the last 2 weeks, Story. I was looking at the standings before this. I have 15 buys, and I have 2 teams under 500 that are 4-7 that are both not mathematically eliminated. I have to run the table and get a little help. But man, it's when you're going well, it's going well. Unfortunately, I've lost so many cogs of my team from injuries. But like, look at our team. Our team was decimated, but we still have 3 stud receivers with Olave as our 3. We drafted well. We drafted Drake May as our starting quarterback in the 14th round. That's what happened. That's how you wait a quarterback.
Not a good shot to make the playoffs, unfortunately. Well, we don't want to put.
We got to win out. We got to win out, buddy. We got to win out. I got a couple of things to show you. We are gonna let's do 2 more things in this game here. Let's do our 2 big things for. Give me your 2 big things just for the whole Sunday slate, the whole week.
Here we go.
Again, we'll get to everyone's question here. So we keep on pounding them in there. We'll catch up here. So we're just going to do a couple things here. Get to the question.
In the national championship game, J.J. McCarthy went 10 for 18 for 140 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Blake Corum, 21 rushes for 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. Donovan Edwards, 6 for 104 and 2.
J-Bob, thank you. If Jacobs is out, my only running back this week is Algier, which is not a good start with this offense going in the tank. Is Wilson available? Use your waiver claim on Wilson. Like, for sure. You should do that anyway, but.
You should definitely do that anyway. Some other guys.
He's probably available. He's available in most home leagues.
Kenneth Gainwell might be available. We don't know what the status is for, what's his name? Jalen Warren?
Jalen Warren. Yeah, Jalen Warren only played 18 snaps in that game, so he was out the whole second half.
Yeah. And Sean Tucker might be available, although he probably got scooped up, and he's definitely scooped up in any competitive league.
Chris Rodriguez.
Yeah, Chris Rodriguez, he's fully taken over that backfield. I don't know how much I want a starting running back in that backfield, especially one that really doesn't catch passes. He appears to be the goal line back. My big question is, how many times are they going to be on the goal line? 2?
Story, if we get a beer chug, are you going to do a chug, at least a half chug?
I brought this for chug.
Yeah. We're going to Story drunk, gentlemen.
I got decent beers for sipping, and I got
smart. Well, I'm just going to chug Oktoberfest because I don't give a fuck. And I'm already pretty buzzed up. I went to the bar and actually had my tab paid for once. Usually when I go out with another couple, it's either at the very least I pay my own way or I end up having to pay for them. It's kind of awkward.
Oh, alligator arms, right?
Yeah. Or the Curb Your Enthusiasm thing where the guy always goes to the bathroom and he's like, don't think I don't know that. That's my fucking move. And he's like, we always end up paying. All right, give me your big thing here from week 11, your takeaway from week 11. Could be this game. It could be Monday night.
Wait. Is it one big thing from this week or from
just this week? Game? This week could be this game. Could be anything.
This between the injuries and there's some buys coming up. Depth is more important than ever. I know we're talking about getting depth off and getting those running back high upside stashes, but you really got to scrounge the waiver wire for guys, for wide receivers in particular this week. This might be the grossest week for wide receivers I can ever remember between all the injuries. And now we got a suspension to deal with. And the fact that we do have several teams on bye next week. Broncos, so that takes out Troy Franklin and Cortland Sutton. Chargers, that takes out 2, maybe 3 guys. Dolphin, Waddle's gone. Commanders, Debo to a certain extent. So it's like, get back here the rest of this week on these streams. We're going to help you find those guys on the free agent market that, like Michael Wilson last week. Also, Greg Dortch. I forgot Greg Dortch had a pretty good week.
He killed it too. Yeah, he had like 8 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, it helps when your quarterback throws for 1,000,000 yards. But yeah.
Well, Dortch just gets overshadowed by Michael Wilson is why no one's talking about him.
That's my big thing is this week is really going to test your mettle, finding those matchups, finding those under-the-radar plays. I'm looking at guys like Calvin Austin. I'm looking at guys like Jacoby or Tyler Lockett, right? Guys that might be able to slot in there. We're gonna have some low scoring. Okay.
It's Helen Hunt, what used to be Helen Hunt, or the remnants of Helen Hunt. It's like the thing.
Okay.
Like what would happen if the thing took over Helen Hunt? I just love having it on here. We were talking about who's the chick that was in I can't think of her name. The chick that was in Pirates of the Caribbean, the really hot one.
The first set of them or the second set?
Yeah.
Because there were
anyway, she's only 40 years old and she got a bunch of work done. She looks awful. She was also in
Keira Knightley.
God, I'm just Keira Knightley. Yeah, she's 40, dude. She looks like Erica's way hotter than her now. And
really?
She was a fucking dude, go look it up. Cruz got to get back to work. Hat came in today, big bro. Thanks, love it. Hugs and kisses. Thank you, Cruz. Comes in just to give me $5. What a fucking dude. Love you, Cruz. Hopefully you can tune in later or watch it back. Got a lot of good stuff on tap. Per use. My big thing here I want to get into is the injuries.
She had that surgery where they take fat pads out of your cheeks.
And they cut the bone, is what Bray was saying.
She looks
old.
It's bad, man.
She looks old. She was so hot, bro. Oh, she's only 40, Story. Only 40. Insane.
What?
Yeah. We watched the movie. We got a minute through and I paused it. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I got to look at how old Keira Knightley is. She was 18 in the first Pirates of the Caribbean. Just awful. So my big thing ties into what you're talking about, the injuries. I'm just talking about it as a whole. And I got a screenshot here of our PPs. My PP list was all-time epic in terms of the calls, but they're all dead now. And my teams, like our team, we lost Kraft, Scatabo, Garrett Wilson, and we didn't have Drake London, but I have Drake London everywhere. So here you go. This is both me and Story's PP. So a lot of you guys tuned in late, as in like after the season already started. You didn't get all our pre-draft coverage. I'm going to show you our PP here. I have them kind of listed based on if they hit, I have a check mark. Like if they were good calls, and then I have ambulance by the guys that are hurt. So I have the top one here. I have Drake London, Pickens, Olave, Ridley, Hunter, Javonte Williams, Scatabo, Kyron, Justin Fields. We both had Justin Fields, gross. And Tucker. So, but look at my ambulances. London, Ridley, well, good riddance to Ridley, but Hunter, good riddance to him. Scatabo and Kraft. Like my teams were littered with these guys. And, you know, all I have left is like Pickens, Javonte, and Kyron. So you have London and Buka, Pickens. So your top 3 receivers. Look at your receivers, dude, besides Ridley. London, Abuka, Pickens, Olave. Value. JT, Hampton was going to be fine, but he's out. Braylon Allen was probably going to be a good call, too. Tyler Warren, so our tight ends both hit, and then we both had Justin Fields.
Yeah.
But our PP list, like those are our guys, our pillar players that we weren't leaving drafts without. We have a lot of shares of these guys. I feel like both these lists, yours look better now because you don't have as many ambulances. But like I had so many hits on this list, dude. Javonte, Scatabo, Kyron, Kraft, Olave, Pickens, London, just smashes. It's
been a rough year. I mean, it's a rough year. We say this every year. It's a rough year every year. This year in particular feels really disgusting when it comes to the injuries. We're not seeing it's not running backs either. I mean, yeah, you had Scatabo on that freak ankle.
It's wide receivers because CeeDee Lamb missed. It's tight ends. George Kittle missed a chunk of the season.
And you know what
missed a chunk of the season.
So I want to look into this more in the offseason, but you're seeing a lot of high ankle sprains. You're seeing a lot of Evans had the hip or the was it the quad or the hamstring or something like that? But you're seeing a lot of high ankle sprains this year. And so that means it's less when you see running backs get injured, it's like either broken stuff or it's like ACLs. Occasionally it's Achilles if it's not contact. With wide receivers, they're in space. And when they got speed, what's the best way to take a guy down? It's a hip drop tackle. They're not
enforcing it.
They're not calling it, man. And it's devastating, both college ranks and the NFL. And we're seeing it. Like, so I've talked about this previously. Linebackers are smaller, right? They want them smaller, faster. So they're not taking as punishing. Running backs aren't taking as punishing hits, but we're getting it. Like it's getting rough with the wide receivers. We gotta maybe rethink in the offseason how we approach draft season next year.
Because the idea was always take wide receiver early because it was factually in numbers backed it up that they were a third, 33% less likely to get hurt, 50% less likely to get hurt than running backs, at least like the long-term injuries, right? And now it's almost like shifted, or at least it's 50-50. Jason says lots of meat wagons on that list. A little Tommy Boy reference. Here comes the meat wagon. You guys in the corner puking his guts out. All because you wanted to save a couple extra pennies. I got one more thing to show you, though, Story, and it's not my penis. Oh. That comes later in the private stream. So we hate the counselor around here. He's just such a clown. So I went back on his website and he has his, I think I showed you this early in the year. He has his rank still up from the year preseason, right? Look at how gross this is. This is his running back list. This starts at running back 12. He had Caleb Johnson at running back 12 ahead of Josh Jacobs, Breece Hall, Christian McCaffrey, and Jonathan Taylor. He had Jonathan Taylor at RB15, James Cook, and A-Chain as well. Look at those guys after Caleb Johnson. And RJ Harvey was 12, sorry. Caleb Johnson's 13. So he had JT at running back 17. So if you follow his shit, you're not drafting Jacobs, you're not drafting Hall, McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, James Cook, Devin A-Chain, all the league winners, all the guys that are just killing it. This is the counselor.
I mean, dude, I love Caleb Johnson coming in, but there's no like that list is wild. I cannot even. Let me see if I can find where I had Caleb Johnson because that's just. You
had him high at first, and then you moved him down. You had him at like 24, and you were like really high, and then like the news wasn't that positive, and you didn't draft him.
I did have him.
This is his final draft rankings like before the year. So if you drafted based on his ranking Story, you're getting 0 shares of all the league winners, and you're taking guys like. Now, you wouldn't probably have to do that because you would just wait to get Caleb Johnson. But the point is you would have just been fading the guys like JT and A-Chain because it's like, well, I get Caleb Johnson later, right? I get Henderson later. He had Henderson at like RB4. Like Genty was his RB2, bro. Like ahead of like CMC. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Here's the wide receivers, though. Here's the wide receivers. This isn't as funny. This starts at wide receiver 20.
It starts with Donta Thornton and Kyle Williams.
Right. This starts at wide receiver 20. So, like, he has those guys. And look at all the rookies. Jack Besh is on there. Jaden Higgins, Matthew Golden. Ahead of Pickens, T. Higgins, Rashee Rice. Like, Michael Pittman's down at wide receiver. Actually, he was actually high on Pittman, technically. But Io Manor. So, all he does is pick rookies. He picks every rookie. And then, 5 or 6 of them do pop off out of 25. And he's like, I told you guys. But that's actually bad business story, and that's how you lose people money.
It's just engagement bait, right? It's all it is. It's the same philosophy behind those guys who text you, hey, I got a winner tonight. You need a winner in college basketball. I got you. And they text 100 people. 50 people they text team A, 50 they text team B. Then one side wins. Then that 50, they go 25 and 25. Then that wins. They go 12 and 13 on the next game. And 3 games in, you've given a certain subset of the population 3 winners in a row. And that's
Dakota. Those weren't our rankings, Dakota. I wouldn't. If those were mine, I would never show them. Those were not my rankings. That was the fantasy football counselor's rankings.
I mean, I will admit, in early August, I was pretty high on Caleb Johnson, and I cooled on him as we drew near the season. But I was pretty high on him early on. I will be the first to admit that.
GT, have you guys checked out the Cars podcast, David and Derek? I have not.
No. I didn't know they had a podcast. What, does everybody have a podcast nowadays? Like,
well, Story we do. So I mean,
that's true.
Story, you have 2 essentially. You're give your plug for your fucking other show.
Oh yeah, the college football rundown. We talk all things college football betting, and all sorts of fun stuff. So it comes out on Wednesday nights, late Wednesday nights, to take advantage of all the Thursday, Friday games. A lot of games coming up. A lot of games. Who
do you do it with again? What's his name?
Kyle Wall.
Yeah, he's an expert? He's good.
He's good.
Would he come on our show for? Would he come on our show for our draft prep stuff? Is he not the NFL too?
Probably, yeah. I mean, no, he doesn't care for the NFL. He likes the Chiefs, but mostly he doesn't care for the NFL. But he's a betting guy. He's on the exchanges like literally all day, every day on Saturdays, just taking puts and calls and all sorts of stuff.
Jonathan, I wouldn't say that Pickens looks better than CD. The thing is, Pickens for once has a quarterback, and he's not getting double covered. So CD Lamb's getting the coverage, and CD Lamb's still a better receiver than George Pickens. Let's not get over our skis here. But George Pickens is I always said a top 15 talent. He's looking like a top 12 talent Story.
He looks
and
amazing.
Johnson's also killing it in fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, prior to the bye, they had a down game against the Cardinals. CD Lamb 7 for 85, Pickens 6 for 79, so very even there. They played the Broncos the week before that. This one was Pickens 7 for 78, but Lamb 7 for 74. So they're both getting fed, which is great news. But Lamb is a better one all around. Yeah, 5 for 110 and a touchdown in the game before that for Lamb, 4 for 82. So Pickens, you're really happy about. You're really, really happy about. But he's not going to go for 144 yards every week, right? CeeDee Lamb's still going to get his. The nice thing is, well, I guess, I don't know. What did you think of the Cowboys defense tonight? They look improved. It was the Raiders.
Well,
it was the Raiders.
Yeah. No, and it's too little too late, though. Did you see their schedule? It's fucking brutal, bro. They have one easy game the rest of the year. It's the Vikings, which isn't that easy of a game. Like, that's their easy cupcake matchup. They're fucked. It's
Philly,
Eagles next week. And
Detroit, Minnesota, Chargers, Washington. They do end the season, but the fantasy season will be over with the Giants. That's
right. Okay, so they have 3 easy matchups real life, but they need to win 6 games.
Yeah, what are they sitting at right now? 4-5-1. They are second in the NFC. So that's
Mark says, shout out Mark, number 1 super fan in the world. Love you, Mark. Quentin Johnson, a drop candidate?
Yeah.
0. I mean, that whole offense was bad, but 0. He ran the most routes, made the most snaps of any receiver on that receiving core. He's still getting the work. It's not like he's losing work to Trey Harris yet.
But by the most snaps, I know it was a blowout, so it's tough to take anything away from it, but it was 68% of the snaps, which is really low for a most snaps.
Yeah. Well, it's because they took everyone off the field.
It's his second goose egg in 4 weeks. Every wide receiver is going to have a few down weeks here and there, but not every wide receiver is going to goose like that. This is why I shudder Justin Fields, even though he can have a good game like he did this past weekend. There's no way I'm ever starting Justin Fields again. I cannot afford a 5 spot.
He's benched. Story. They benched him.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, like, if he was the starter going forward, like that, like I didn't pick him up to play again, even though it was a good matchup on Thursday.
Hey, since they benched Justin Fields, and we ripped on Adonai Mitchell a lot, but Adonai Mitchell looked very good, at least athletically. And their season's over. They traded. I mean, that was the biggest. That was the only player that got back. But I feel like that was a big, kind of a sweetener in that trade. And they have no receiver depth outside of Garrett Wilson, who's pretty much out for the year. You think Adonai Mitchell's a sneaky pickup with Tyrod Taylor playing? Because he's the only one with talent in that receiver core, besides Mason Taylor as a tight end. So he's gonna get the run. He can catch some deep bombs. Tyrod's actually a good deep ball passer.
Yeah.
Is that too gross?
It's holding on to the ball. Like,
I get it. Catching the ball, that's the problem. But like, you see my appeal though of that. Like, there's appeal.
There's got to be better options out there. I cannot.
You would rather have Luther Burden?
People keep.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
so I've been online today a lot. Luther Burden. They keep trying to make Luther Burden a thing. He finally ran more routes and had a higher snap share than Olamide Zacchaeus. Fine, great. But look at Caleb Williams. He's throwing for 233 yards a game. And there's 4 other pass catchers who are getting work, including 2 pass catching tight ends and 5 if you count DeAndre Swift. So DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, the 2 tight ends, and DeAndre Swift. So you're telling me that the third wide receiver in a Caleb Williams-led offense, in a run-first offense, that's worthwhile?
That's my point about Adonai Mitchell. Now, there's a comment down here from, let's see, Joe Blacko says, what about John Mechie? I love John Mechie, always have. He is literally just a slot receiver. He is a Christian Kirk. And like Adonai Mitchell is a real deal X receiver, just can't catch. That's the only. I mean, that's a big problem. That is a big problem. You know, it's like yeah, this guy's got a huge hog. He can't get hard. So if you want to have him in your porn, you have to fluff him and like put like almost like some kind of stick under it to maintain it. But then you have a stick hitting the vag. So that's a problem.
Who's the fluffer? The Cowboys secondary?
Yes, exactly. I had someone in here the other day saying, like, dude, you're never gonna make it big if you keep up. We were talking about dumps in the chest. Remember, what's the movie? Not Scary Movie, but the other one, not Another Teen Movie. Have you seen that? Where the girl wants to dump on the chest, and he's just like yelling at me. I'm like, I don't care. First of all, I want to get big, but I also want to be myself and be entertaining, and that's fucking entertaining. Talking about girls getting shit on is funny. I don't want to do it. I just think it's funny, and the movie's pretty funny. Nick, shout out, Nick. Thank you, buddy. What's the trade value for London? Must win outright rest of the way. Other receivers are Jamar, and he's suspended. Waddle, T-Mac, Adunze. I would probably try to get out in front of it and trade him now before the news drops because it's probably not going to be good news. What is your takeaway story? Now, we did mention that they don't have their first-round pick, so they're more likely to bring him back, right? If they had their first-round pick, maybe shut the guy down. It's also the Falcons and teams do dumb things. So they're going to bring him back. You think 2 weeks?
They won't shut him down. 2 weeks is what I'm looking at for that type of injury. So, I'd love it to be 1 week. I think they are going to be – if they were in the playoff hunt, I think 1 week, he's done. He's coming back. I think this is 2 weeks, and they bring him back. So if you could survive 2 weeks without him, keep him on your roster. Otherwise, because he's still going to be a stud, even with Kirk Cousins. Otherwise – I don't know. Maybe hit up the Amari and Hampton owner, see if he's frustrated.
Question. Oh, he needs to win now, so he needs someone now. Give me. Brock Bowers had the same thing. PCL, right? Did Brock Bowers miss week 2, or did he play week 2?
He missed at least 1 week early in the
season. So he missed week 2 then. He missed week 2, came back week 3. So that's the same injury. That's the same injury. Now he came back. The problem is Drake London is not going to be the same player when he comes back. If you look at recent history with these guys, Brock Bowers is the most recent example of the PCL injury. So that's a little concerning. He's still a must start because it's Drake London. He's not really a burner, so I think he'd be fine. We owe a chug here. Here we go. So I think just get as much as you can. If you need to win now, Nick, Chris Olave, would you do London for Olave? You do that, right?
If you need to win now, yeah. The other
Michael Pittman.
Yeah, I would do that. I would do it I wouldn't go down as far as Alec Pierce. I'm trying to think, like, if you need a flex play.
Xavier Worthy.
A running back? No.
That's a joke. It's a joke.
Okay. I'm trying to think who, like a running back that would fall into that kind of level.
DeAndre Swift.
That's tough. We'll do the chug and I'll think about it.
Yeah. Okay. Jason gets to the chug and somehow it doesn't register here. That is 5. Dump on the chest is a Stanley Steamer. That is what it's called.
Oh, we did talk about that.
All right, here we go.
Raising the house.
Oh, we're getting wrecked here. Need a wide receiver. Jamar suspended. Waddle's on bye. Yeah, I didn't realize that. So he needs. Man, you got to try to. Who are some of the names we were talking about that you could pick up? I think Dortch is fine too. If there's no Marvin Harrison, I'm sure Michael Wilson's scooped up.
Yeah, let me see. What did Lockett do today? 3 for 33. That wasn't as much as I was hoping. Trey Tucker's probably a decent pickup there.
Yeah, he looked good.
Yeah, he did look good. Gosh, man. I know I was gonna say, like, Pat Bryant might be a spot start, but he's on bye too. Like, would you start Xavier Legette next week? He's been okay the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, they said they want to get him more involved. I'd rather start Coker, hononly.
Would you? I mean,
PPR.
Coker was
if it's PPR.
He got
PPR. I want Coker.
Reception on the 2-point conversion.
Nick, you need to drop your waiver wire because you can only get one receiver probably in this trade. Don't do a 2-for-1 because you're gonna get 2 bums. Try to get someone in a 1-for-1 for London, and then drop in the Discord. Drop your free agent wire for us in the ad sit start sit or ad drop section. So yeah, you need 2 receivers there, Nick. Yeah, Jamar, Waddle, T-Mac, Adunze. He has T-Mac. Oh, he needs 1 then. So he only needs 1.
Jacoby Myers. I might have been wrong on Jacoby Myers. It's tough to take anything away from that game script, but he did have 64 yards on 5 receptions.
Yeah, he still played less snaps than Parker Washington, though.
I know. That's the problem.
And Brian Thomas will be coming back, I think. Jay
Bob, real quick, Matt Collins.
Ooh. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Or even go. I mean, it's half PPR, too. He's nice in that. All right, J-Bob, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. Woody, Kamara, Algier, Puka, Olave, Bam, Sean Tucker, Christian Watson available, or just grab Jacobs' replacement. It's Jacobs' replacement number 1. That's the good options, though.
Don't believe the coaches. He's going to be out for at least 2 or 3 weeks. And Emmanuel Wilson looked good. And they want to run the ball.
Here's the thing. They have a Thursday night game week 13. So he's missing week 12 essentially, and then they have a short week. So it's like just hold him, even if if it's a better news than we think. If they're missing week 12, you're not going to bring them back 4 days later for Thursday Night Football. The fact Correct. They won this game, I think they're going to make the playoffs. All right, you ready here? Story's first on camera chug. Popping that cherry. Let's go. I got to make sure I'm clean because I have a white shirt on. I'm all dressed up. I was out. All right. There we go. And we're gonna get to another one here soon. You don't have to do them all.
I got like 80%.
That's fine. I have a lot of practice on this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, Story needs a second to breathe here. I'm gonna hit you with the intro because there's a good joke, and Jonathan set this one up for me. So shout out Jonathan. Here you go. Get to all your questions here after this.
Dude, give that girl credit, man. She leaned into her 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, I mean, hey, dude, I'm all for whatever. If people are dumb enough, it's the same thing as strippers. Like, I don't hate on strippers. If people are dumb enough to give you money to show your titties, like this isn't even that. I'm just saying, like, good for you. It's on the guy who's paying you at a titty bar. It's on those people on social media that are clicking on a girl that just says Hawk Tua. Like, it's so stupid, but she's kind of hot and it's kind of funny, I guess is the way I'd put it.
I mean, she did get involved in a little bit of a crypto scam, but at least she admitted it and gave the money back. So power to her, I guess.
Real question. Have you ever had a girl spit on your penis, Story?
I have not. I
really?
Don't know what that would be like. That would be an interesting thing, I guess, but it's never really come up.
I had a girl once hawk one on my dick. I literally hawk a loogie.
Like
it was green.
From across the room?
No, she did that. Like that's actually a Hawk Tua. I'm kidding. It didn't happen, but they definitely spit on it. It's okay. It's just really
gonna say like that scene in Road Trip.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Bob Hoke could jump this. I could jump this in his golf cart. I could fucking spin across this fucking gap. Jonathan, do we think Pearsall is going to be better next week or BTJ? Well, we got to see if BTJ is coming back. What are the odds Brian Thomas comes back, Story? Because they're winning. They need him.
Yeah, 70-30. He was close this week. It might be actually 80-20. I think he plays next week for sure.
I agree.
Not for sure, but yeah, 80-20. Do I think Pearsall is going to be better? Yes. He certainly won't have
0 yards, Story. One catch, 0 yards.
But dude, Brock Purdy loves him some George Kittle. He loves George Kittle.
He does. That's his boy, man. You're my boy, Blue. GM full PPR 3 wide receiver. My team is Purdy, Burrow on IR, JSN, Tet, Pickens, Addison, CMC, Taylor, Aaron Jones, Loveland, but there is Hunter on waivers. But I kind of need an RB. Trade T for Kelsey. Oh, I mean, that is your essentially.
Kelsey's been great. I mean, is there another tight end out there, or can you trade somebody lower to get a slightly less tight end? Like Kelsey's doesn't really. He's been doing really, really good the last couple of weeks, but dude, T. Higgins is going to get peppered with targets this week.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think Hunter Henry's fine. Hunter Henry's fine, right? Yeah, he's the number one. He plays every snap. I know he's inconsistent, but
I really don't want to start Hunter Henry if I can avoid it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kelsey's due to regress too, though. There's no way he can keep this up, bro. Tight end 2 right now. Kelsey is tight end 2 in Fantasy Story.
That's Unreal. What I'm saying. I think T. Higgins is worth a lot more than Travis Kelsey.
Well, just because if Kelsey stays at tight end 2, then he's probably worth it. But I just don't expect that happening. Sven, is Sam Darnold worth holding, or any less owned quarterbacks worth picking up? Shuck, Geno, Mariota. Oh no, we want Sam Darnold over all those dudes. He had one bad game. One bad game.
I'm not too worried about it. My brother thinks that this is going to be the new normal for the Seahawks. I'm like, dude, it's just one bad game. Like playoff Darnold showed up a little early. Maybe he got out of the system.
Story, they lost the game by 2 points, and their offense was like 4 turnovers. Like they cannot play any worse. They were on the road against a divisional opponent. It happens to be the Rams, and they lost by 2. That's why I think the Seahawks are for real. Like, if this is their bad showing, it's very good. It's a good bad showing.
Here's what I hope. The Rams let their foot off the gas real early in that game. They thought they had it in control. It was a lot of Kyren Williams, a lot of Blake Corum, and they stopped throwing the ball. Matthew Stafford, he had a down fantasy game. Certainly, he's still a leader to an MVP race right now. But, dude, I think that I'm hoping that gets the Rams fired. Like, I hope it gets Sean McVay fired up and keep them throwing more. Like, 21 points against the Seahawks defense is great, but they should have had 35 points in that game.
Yeah, they just stopped throwing, and the Seahawks defense is for real. J-Bob hates the Seahawks. He thinks I love the Seahawks. I just respect really good defense, and I think the Seahawks defense is the second best defense. They're very close to your defense. You guys are more like they're going to lock you down. The Seahawks are more opportunistic, and they're more aggressive. Now, they're close. Dude, I think that it'd be a tough matchup for the Eagles in the playoffs facing the Seahawks. That would be a fucking nuts game. You don't think they're frauds, right? Like, do you agree that I think the Broncos are what I like the Broncos more than I like the Colts. You think the Colts are more frauds than Seahawks, correct?
Yes. For me, fraud-wise, it goes Broncos, Colts, Seahawks. If we're talking about strictly those 3.
You think Broncos are the biggest fraud?
I think the Broncos are a house of cards. I don't respect Sean Payton. I don't like Sean Payton. I think Sean Payton should be fired into the sun. Okay? And Bo Nix.
Take your fucking biases away from us. They have an elite defense, too. They're probably the 3rd best defense with Surtain. Healthy. Maybe the 2nd best. Maybe the best. Who knows?
Yeah, defense, great. Like, offense, they look miserable. Bo Nix looks like he belongs in
offense. The Eagles' offense looks miserable, too, Story. Like, awful. What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
But we know that they're not frauds because we have a track record of this shit.
I'm confident the Eagles can turn it around. I'm not confident that Bo Nix can get back to his freshman year form.
Are you worried about Bijan going forward? What's your worry level?
In Dynasty, he's my number 1 running back in Dynasty. Rest of season.
No, we're saying this year. Yeah, this year.
Number 3 behind JT and CMC. Like, what do you want? What more do you want from him? He scored. He got plenty of goal line looks this week. He's the best pass catching running back in the league. He has supplanted CMC for that. Not worried about him at all. Like, you're unhappy with Bijan Robinson after last week? I'd be thrilled with Bijan Robinson. I'll say this.
My worry would be in half and standard. In PPR, I'm not worried at all. He might actually get better because they have no one to throw to now. And Kirk Cousins is actually a check down merchant. So in PPR, I think I actually like him more. But we're talking about half. It's probably about the same as standard. I'm worried. How many touchdowns are they going to score? Right? How many touchdowns are they going to score? How many good games?
I'm not too worried about that. Let me find the game logs for.
It's awesome,
Mr. Beach.
Jason says Broncos House of Cards. Kevin Spacey was cleared. I love Kevin Spacey, the actor. I despise him as a human, at least with the reports, alleged reports, if you will. I don't think they're very alleged, if you ask me. But he plays a scumbag so well. Go ahead.
Here's Bijan Robinson's last games. 5 for 30. This is just receiving. 5 for 39. 2 for 4 against Indy. That's a really off one. 10 receptions for 50 against New England. 3 for 23. 8 for 52. 8 for 68. 5 for 106. 6 for 39. 5 for 25. 7 for 100. Like, look at the yardage just from receiving. I'm not worried about him in standing either.
Okay. What are your thoughts on Kevin Spacey?
Isn't he a sex criminal or?
Yeah, he liked teenage boys. It wasn't Michael Jackson where it was like 8-year-olds. It was like 16-year-olds.
Oh my God. There was not to get political, but there was a news commenter that came out and was talking about the whole Jeffrey, who situation, talking about how like 15-year-olds are different than 8-year-olds. And I'm like, oh God, you're just digging a hole, man. Like,
yeah, that's a Dennis Reynolds thing from Sonny. And it's kind of a valid point, but you just don't want to die on that hill. It just doesn't sound good.
That is a weird hill to die on. Like,
yeah, I don't want to. I will die on that hill, so I don't want to go on the hill. It's Death Hill, right? Remember Tal's Hill back in Houston? The stupid thing they had in the center field thing where Lance Burkett made that catch. There was a pole coming out of it. You could tear your ACL. The worst hill in the history of sports.
Dude, I went to a game at that stadium.
How was that? Funny. Instead of like when I have to cut someone off when they're talking too long, instead of like playing the Tiny Dancer, I'm just gonna fucking like. It's almost like Fight Club when he splices in the little scenes of the genitalia.
You need to tie that in with like a Halloween scream. So it's like,
yeah, damn straight. All right, a couple of things to plug for you all. If you're not in the Discord, what are you doing? The bets alone story. We're at the trip. 7-3 this week. Another huge ass week on the show. We are sitting at a crisp 54-29, fellas. That's doing some work. The past 3 years were also very good, but this is we're sharp right now, man. We're sharp, and we're winning these bets in the first half. We won Pickens in the first half. We're laddering most of these bets. We're getting some of the ladders. So get in the Discord, get access to these bets. I do release videos. They don't come out till an hour before the game. You won't get the same odds. So yeah. Also going to shout out Sports Memes channel. Check them out. That is Match channel. Awesome memes. Shout out to the Patreon subscribers. We're getting big here. We have 25 or so on there now. So you guys are helping me out, keeping the lights on, keep me going 7 nights a week, gentlemen, with guests like Mike Storey, Big Ray, the Chaz, Ben, Hastings. We got the works here. We got the works. A lot of good perks in there, gentlemen. 4 different tiers. You want to just do a little small donation, get you in the Discord alone, which is a good community to get into. You want to be a guest on the show. You want merchandise. You want to play fantasy leagues with us. So we're going to do our first fantasy league in the fantasy playoffs. Maybe do 2. It's 8-man leagues. Maybe we'll do 2. And then in the future, when I actually start rolling in some cash here, I will be paying for 1 entry per year, per league per year. So another little feather in your guys' cap. Also, it's a way to support me, Story, keep us going, keep us happy, keep us fat, keep me drunk really is the key. Because when I'm drunk, I'm happy. And I'm actually happy all the time, but I'm pretty happy drunk.
Someone's got to pay for the lap dances for the big guy.
And damn straight. I'm gonna play a meme.
That's a Wedding Crashers quote. When they're at the table, he's like, full disclosure, we do make a small profit. Someone's got to pay for the lap dances for the big guy. Remember that?
New fresh, the big guy. I got a new fresh sports meme for you guys. It's Shedeur Sanders.
And Shedeur Sanders is coming into the game. Blue 42. Blue 42!
What is he saying? I don't know. Just roll with it.
He's so bad. So bad.
What are you going to do?
All right. That Helen Hunt pick is a jump scare picture. That's for Mark. That's very, very true. Very true. Let's see. Where are we at? We're way up here in the chat here. Started Shakir, and he still won, but Shakir 1 point or whatever, bro, in that game. I'm not worried. Are you worried about Shakir at all?
100%. 100%. I don't care. Like, Tyrell Shavers doesn't move the needle for me, but like Knox, where did the fantasy points go in that game? Josh Allen threw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. They went to
Tavers or whatever.
Tyrell Shavers. One went to Cook. Like if Josh Allen,
Gabe Davis pops up.
Yeah, I mean, hell, Ty Johnson had a game. But if like Josh Allen's just going to vulture 3 touchdowns at the goal line, and they're not going to throw it within the 10-yard line, like they are a running team first and foremost. Nobody's an alpha there. I don't like if you got Shakir, you can't trade him, but I don't want to start him anywhere.
How about that CD drop at the end of the game? I was telling it, me and Erica were watching. I was like, imagine being down 5 when you're like, there's no opportunity to win. They're not going to pass the ball. He has a wide open little 4-yard flat route. It was a bad throw though, too. But
it was low and away, but dude, he should catch that.
Yeah. Is Mooney a startable guy? Because he's owned in all my Fantrax leagues, but like he looks terrible. Now, all of his production last year was with Cousins last year, though, because once Penix came in, he did nothing. And this year he's done nothing.
No, I don't want to start Mooney. Like, there's got to be a better option. He's been absolutely horrid this year. You can't trust him.
I agree. I think he's worth a shot because volume. I chase snaps and volume, and unfortunately, Kirk Cousins is terrible. Just traded Metcalf, Goff, and a first-round pick for Daniel Jones and George Pickens in a Superflex dynasty. Metcalf, Goff. Yeah. Daniel Jones and Goff are pretty comparable depending on where he lands or if he re-signs with the Colts. And then I'd rather have Pickens than Pickens than Metcalf.
100%. I think that's a good trade. Hey, I just checked the standings in the Fantrax league that we're in. We're still in 8th place. We could move up.
Second most points still, right?
Second most points still. The guy who's cooking rice for 6 weeks has 10-1, and he's got 160 or 150 more points than we do, and we're the second most points. This guy is absolutely slaughtering the league. But listen to his lineup: Achane, McCaffrey, Metcalf, Rashee Rice, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Devontae Adams. Jameson Williams. He had Juwan Johnson. So he's kind of rotating tight ends: Dallas Goedert, Juwan Johnson, David Njoku. But and he's got 3 defenses on his team. He knows his starting lineup is locked. So this is a guy that this is good advice. His starting lineup is locked in. He's got some guys on the bench: Tyrone Tracy, Tajay Spears, who could have upside, but he's planning for the playoffs, right? He's looking down the road: New England, Green Bay, Atlanta.
Smart. That's actually Pierre. That's Pierre from the streams. Remember Pierre?
Oh, Pierre.
He always drafts 2 or 3 defenses, and a lot of his. I'm ahead of in most of my leagues. He's in like 9 or 10 of them with me. I think he's in 8 with me, and one of them is with you. So he's in 7 with me. And his teams are fading now because he drafts 3 defenses. And if his team does get hurt, he has nothing on the bench because he always rosters 3 defenses. Which I don't know. Week 4, you can't be doing that shit, bro. But hey, who am I to hate on him because he has some really good teams? He knows his shit. Like he's a
nice thing is we get to beat up on a 1-10 team next week. So
yes, and sometimes they don't set their lineups in these leagues. Jason, Todd Bowles, we trust our defense to get a stop. This effing clown, we already let up 30+ points. Bowles gonna get out of town for Bucs fans. He's terrible. He's a terrible interview. He's just like lifeless and just stupid. He's you know who he is? He's kind of like Lovie Smith. Would you agree? He's like a Lovie Smith.
Lovie Smith is worlds better than Todd Bowles. Bowles
don't know, bro.
Doesn't know what he's doing. At least Lovie Smith has passion, and at least Lovie Smith can coach a defense. Like
Lovie Smith is like one of those guys. You know how Woody in Toy Story, you pull that string and it says a statement. You know what his statement is? I think you know what it is. You know what Lovie's statement is?
What's that?
He's a good football player. He loves saying that shit, dude.
I am going to find the picture from when I met Lovie Smith in person.
Now he looks like a black Santa Claus.
Well, he looked like a black Santa Claus at the time. This was 6 years ago.
Hell yeah, bro. Did you sit on his lap and tell him what you wanted for Christmas?
He was. So this is a funny story. We were out in California, in San Francisco, for my buddy's wedding. He went to U of I. A bunch of the guys that were standing up went to U of I. That was the year that they played Cal in that bowl game where it was in San Francisco area or whatever. And so the Illinois team, just happened to be staying at the same hotel that we were staying at. Total coincidence. We ran into Lovie on the night of the rehearsal dinner. He was pissed off. He was yelling at somebody about something related to the room, whatever. So we didn't talk to him then. The next day we saw him in the lobby. He was more than happy to take a picture with us. He didn't smile, but he did take a picture with us. I'll find it. I'll throw the picture up in the Discord.
Look at GT's comment in the bottom of the fucking chat. I don't want to read it, but it's fucking good, bro. I don't endorse that. I'm not endorsing that. Okay.
You can't put that up.
No. But also, Mark, don't block it. Okay. Don't retract that statement. We're just not going to put it up on the stream. Joe Blacko was down 5. Dallas D won my week. Also started Michael Wilson. Hopefully you started him because of my recommendation, but it was also a pretty obvious start to me. Dallas defense produced, man. I mean, it's just Geno Smith's terrible. He's terrible. He's awful. The whole team's awful. GT, you got $45 in fab left. I'm guessing that's out of 100. How much should I use on Michael Wilson? So this is all about if you're a 500 team or you're 4 and let's say you're 5 and 6 or 6 and 5, you need to win now. Michael Wilson's a 1 to 2 week rental. He could be a flex guy when Marvin Harrison comes back, but it's not going to be the same. You agree, Story?
Yeah. Man, I really get worried about dudes who have surgery, and even though it's a minor surgery, laparoscopic, you're still talking about like taking an organ out, right? Like you're walking around with stitches for 7 days afterwards. I can't imagine that he's back this week or even next week. So I like if you need to win, like I'm okay dumping $20 on Michael Wilson here.
Story, send me the link to your fucking show. I should have it in the description and advertise it for you. Well, here's the thing: it's your show now. It wasn't your show. You just took over this year, right? It's been around for a while.
Yeah. So Wall's the host. Woj used to be the co-host, and he pulled back. So I'm doing as much as I can. Like we record. It's once a week. We record Wednesday nights. So whenever I probably missed like 2 shows this year just from travel and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll send you a link to the show. People can check it out.
It's nowhere near as good as this show, though, right?
Not even close.
Thank you. Well, you're on it though, so it has to be good, Story, because you are a very, very important part of this show.
I'm gonna throw that.
Sucks. That's funny.
I'm gonna throw that Lovie Smith picture.
Hey, check this one out. I love this one. Everyone, all the experts would have said the other way. Big shout out to you for telling me to start Michael Wilson over QJ. See, I appreciate these comments instead of the people making up comments that I don't say and also just ripping on me. And if I do actually have a bad call, like people always call that out. But I did tell everyone to start Michael Wilson almost over. I had Michael Wilson at like. If I don't do rankings, I would have had him at like wide receiver 25 this week, week 11. With how I'm talking, would you agree with that Story, with what I was saying?
Oh yeah, you were talking about. I was a little skeptical. It's good to see him pop off like that. I think it gives you confidence going. I wouldn't expect again 150 yards every week, but I think it gives you confidence, especially because Jacoby Brissett just doesn't care. Like
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, he already has a second career in commercial Story. He doesn't care. He's just like, I'm going to play football now, and then I have my progressive commercials. He makes a lot of royalties from those. Michael, is Michael Wilson a must start until Marv comes back? Yeah, I think so. Like with the injuries we're talking about, like he's a wide receiver too, bro. He's essentially 100%. He's actually better than Marvin Harrison because I saw he was the first Cardinals receiver since like 2022 to have eight or more catches, and he had 15. That's also a reflection of Kyler Murray being a garden gnome and being terrible.
Kyler Murray is
that. There's that.
I mean, does the meme get any better than the fact that Call of Duty 7 comes or Black Ops 7 comes out and Kyler Murray's just gone from the fantasy radar?
Yep. Will G, dynasty trade. I'm stacked at wide receiver and kicked out of the playoffs. I was offered Penix, 26 first, 27 first, and second for Jordan Love, Devonta Smith, and Spears.
Penix 26.
Yeah, well, Penix is kind of a nothing. We don't know what his future holds, but you get a lot of draft picks there. I don't know. Devonta Smith's pretty valuable, bro.
Spears might be the leading running back. Dude, in 27, you can draft Jeremiah Smith with that. Hopefully, depending on where that pick is, Jeremiah Smith is going to come to the league like and actually do what Marvin Harrison was supposed to do.
Yeah, so, he's going to be Justin Jefferson or Malik Neighbors.
I would absolutely do this. And I don't know if Carnell Tate's coming out this year. But yeah, like a 26 first and a 27 first. There's a lot of talent in college football right now. I'd do it.
Oh, GM, I wished I cashed mine out. Remember the big bet, the 2 touchdowns for Henry, Bijan, and Hurts. Henry didn't get a second one. Henry should have had a second one, bro. They took him off the field. They don't give him the ball. And he got caught from behind too. But he turned $10. He turned $10 into $70 because he cashed out. I wish I wasn't going to cash out though, because I've done well this year gambling, so I'm just going for home runs now. I don't give a fuck. Like, give me $2,600. I'm not cashing over $400.
No, it was 2 touchdowns each for Henry and Bijan and a touchdown
and Hurts. No, two each. It was 2, 2, and 2.
What is that? It
was $10 to win $2,800. And it was looking good, bro. When Henry scored the first one, and then Hurts, of course, only had one. So it would have been.
Henry's chugging along. I'm like, oh, this is vintage Derrick Henry. And then the safety's gaining on him. I'm like,
hey. Mark said Bowers didn't miss week 2. He sat out after week 4. So they already announced that London's missing. So maybe that's a good thing for us. Maybe he will be back week 13.
Is he missing for sure? Like, did they say that?
I think so. They didn't rule him out, but it sounds like he is. We got Big Ray in the chat. Big Ray, what's up, bro? Let's see what we got here.
Doubtful, labeled as week to week. That's not ideal.
Jason says Big Ray ate some chili cheese ramen. Absolutely going to paint the toilet tonight. Ray paints the toilet every night, baby. That's what he does. Tummy is gurgling Busch lattes and cigs, not helping. That's Jason, of course. He's a Busch Light and cigs guy. Ray moving like Harry on the toilet at Dumb and Dumber. I just want to hear the answer live. Just made the Bucky trade. Sutton and Hendy for Bucky and Shaheed. I know Story's not going to like this one.
Just wondering, I mean, Bucky trade.
He's 8-3, I think. Max is 8-3. Probably has a bye. So he traded Hendy and Sutton for Bucky and Shaheed. Shaheed's a throw-in. So essentially, he's going all in on Bucky. 2 for 2.
Shaheed. I'm really never a fan of like position for position trades because there's almost always a guaranteed winner and a guaranteed loser. Trade for the Bucky trade Sutton and Henderson for Bucky and Shaheed. Shaheed's a literal nothing, and Sutton is probably going to be second fiddle to Troy.
Let's just break it down. Henderson for Bucky. Now Henderson is better now, but Stevenson will be back. So I called this in the Discord. I said it's a championship move, but it could come back to bite you.
Yeah, I mean, if Bucky misses the rest of the season, it could bite you. But if you're 8-3, you're probably not going to get a bye, I would think, or maybe I don't know. 8-3. Like,
thank you, Mark.
Yeah,
it's a risky move. It's risky, but there's upside, and I like to play like this. I probably personally wouldn't do it, but I am still concerned of Hendy. Like Hendy goes back to even a 60-40 split where he's a leader. Stevenson's probably getting the goal line work, bro. And also Drake may runs it in from around the 5 as well. He hasn't been, but he will. Blue to green, I have a super here from you. Thank you, brother. Might have the best dynasty team ever. Stafford, Gibbs, King Henry, Puka, Amon-Ra, Chase, McBride, Trayvon Henderson.
Well, that's
and they're all young besides King Henry and Stafford. They're all
Stafford,
fucking young. Holy shit. Is it a 12 team or a 10 team, Blue?
I mean, so Henry hasn't. I guess you could say Henry's gone from peak Henry to 90%, which is great. So even if he's 80% next year, it should still be amazing. Gibbs is right there, 1-on-1, like 1A, 1B with Bijan Robinson for me. Puka, Amon-Ra. I'm not sure what to make. This is a bit of a sidebar. I'm not sure what to make of Puka's snap share in the last 4 weeks. He's been.
I broke it down. I told you why. They're playing the most. Dude, you know how we made the joke about the Steelers playing 13 personnel, and I was making a joke they'd play 14 personnel if they could. The Rams, the last 5 weeks now, it was the last 4. Now this week was the same. The last 5 weeks they have played more 13 personnel than the Steelers. So they're taking Puka off the field and only playing Devontae Adams as a one wide receiver in these sets. So that's why he's only playing 68% of the snaps.
And man, I don't like that. I think they're trying to manage his reps.
Yeah, 100%. He's not healthy right now, and he's fine. He's still playing good, but it's like they will unleash him when they need to win for the bye, and that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. And you thought they would have done this game because it's a big game for them. Max says he's 9-2 in his league, but there's no bye. So Max, is this a 10-team league then? Since there's no bye, in that case, playoffs don't start till week 15. So when do the playoffs? If they start week 15, I love this trade. Right? I love this trade because essentially you get a bye. Or
is it a 12 team with eight guys making
yeah, in that case, I don't like it as much because you have to play week 14.
Yeah, I don't like that.
If week 15 is the start of your playoffs, bro, like you're gonna get Bucky. He's gonna come back. There's no way he's not gonna play this year. They didn't put him on IR. Story. Like, how do they go from not putting him on IR week 4 to missing the rest of the season without a setback? There's been no setback because he hasn't practiced. It's a shoulder injury. It's insane.
Yeah. Anyway, back to this dynasty roster. This is outstanding. Your brother's done a great job. Now, hopefully, anything happens in the playoffs, but this is a team set up to win right now.
Playoffs?
I'm talking about playoffs.
All right. Boys, Ray shits his britches from time to time. Well, we all shit our pants from time to time. I've shit my pants like 6 times in my life. Not full on shit, but shart. It sucks. But
you've seen the George Brett video, right?
Yeah, I love that. Dakota says, Rob, you're goofy, my boy. I am pretty goofy. Do I drop Wilson or Myers? Either Wilson. I'd rather have either Wilson than Myers. So I'm guessing it's talking about Michael Wilson.
I mean, especially because I don't think Harrison's coming back for another 2 weeks. So yeah, people are assuming he comes back this week. I think he's missing one more week. We owe another chat. We owe another chug. Did you finish the first one? Yes, I did. All right, Adams, this is the best line. I said this is the Mike Evans line that he had. Adams, 1 reception, 1 yard, 1 touchdown. Remember Mike Evans had the one game where it was 2 catches, 8 yards, and 2 touchdowns? That was the there was a game where it might have been last year or the year before where Kelsey had like 5 receptions for 22 yards and 4 touchdowns. Like
all 4?
Yeah. I'll have to find that. That was absolutely might have been 3, but it was the weirdest stat line.
All right, let me find my spot in the chat here, and we will get back to it after we chug this
tasty. I'm
beverage.
gonna take one of these chugs off, and I'll circle back to the next one.
Okay, fair. You see, I put it on. Can you believe that I know. Can you believe that I sometimes chug 7 of these, have 5 beforehand, and manage a chat and host the show, and also add insight? I'm an interesting creature, Story. Now in the morning I hate myself, but you know what? If this is my job, like these are my hours I have to work, so my wife can't get pissed at me if I sleep till 11, can she? She does, but she can't. She shouldn't.
She shouldn't. I mean, she might, but she shouldn't.
No, you know, Erica, she's a sweetheart. She doesn't get pissed. She just like rolls her eyes. That's her getting pissed.
23.
You know, like we've actually had real fights before, right? Like over serious shit, and where she should be like, "Fuck you, you fucking asshole." You know what she says? She's like, "You're so rude." Legit, like, you know, like what Full House?
Oh,
how rude!
How rude! Oh, by the way, John Stamos was performing with the Beach Boys at Eat to the Beat concert at Epcot for the Food and Wine Festival over the weekend and tonight.
Did you see him?
No, because I was in Elgin, Illinois. Like,
oh, I thought you meant when you were there. My bad. I see.
No. Like 2 days ago and tonight.
Yeah. Go down there, bro. Mark says, shout out Mark, #1 super fan. We love you.
Oh, here you go. I found it. Yeah, I found it. This was in 2022. All right, 7 receptions, 25 yards with 4 touchdowns.
Oh, so what is that? Like 6 yards per touchdown, essentially?
It's 3.6 yards per reception. That is just the stupidest deadline.
We're gonna rile Story up here. Jason says, sounds like Story doesn't have that dog in him. Story, that's your number one thing you hate most in terms of like analysis. Like, you know, guys in like the Fox pregame say, this guy's got his the dog. You know what I'd much rather prefer is Rob Gronkowski trying to pronounce Ibuka's name.
It's not good.
A Big Boo.
Becca,
dude, I have that clip. I saved that clip on my phone. I was going to upload it tonight because I want to play it anytime anyone answers any Big Boo, and I repeated Big Boo 3 times. It's almost like a little like rap song, and I totally forgot to upload it. I'm pissed. I'm really pissed about it.
I would say, Jason, I might not have a dog. I got at least like a puppy, maybe.
No. Story's got that cat in him, man. He's a pussy. I got you. I'm kidding. You set me up. You set me up. All right. Thank you, GT. GT just gives these dollar donations and just he likes to fucking fire up the chat. Also, when you do these things, other people are more likely to super chat. So I appreciate every one of you guys. You guys are helping me out. This show by next year, this is gonna be a banger of a show. Like, you know, I do over 7 nights a week regardless. Like if I make $2 in super chat or 200, I've never done that before, but I do it, 4 hours sometimes. Story. Anyways, Mark says I'm interested in your take because we love this guy. You love this guy coming out, Yoshibash. It's hard to spell his name, Mark. I don't like spelling his name either. It's IOV. It's really wacky. Yoshibash will play this week with no chase. Thoughts?
He will play this week, but I'm not convinced he's going to get enough targets to be fantasy relevant. He had a better year last year through this time than this year. He's certainly regressed. I don't see him ever being a fantasy factor. Even with no chase, there's no way I'm starting Yoshibash in any league. Like if you had a 16-team league, maybe with 2 flex spots, but otherwise, how can you possibly trust a guy? Like his floor is literally 0. Now, Quentin Johnston's floor is literally 0, which we've seen.
No, I think he's a top 36 guy this week.
No,
dude, he already plays every snap. He's an experienced player, dude.
And that's kind of the problem. He plays every snap, but he doesn't get targets. That's a problem.
Okay, you know what they play this week?
No,
Patriots. Yeah, you know who's their best player on defense is? Christian Gonzalez. Where does T. Higgins play? Outside. Who's going to be shadowing T. Higgins? Christian Gonzalez. So where are the targets going to go?
Gonzalez doesn't shadow, though.
Well, he's going to be guarding T. Higgins. He's not going to be playing the slot. Tell you that much.
I know.
Yoshi's a slot player, bro.
He doesn't shadow. I'm just saying.
Who's going to get the targets, dude? Tanner Hudson?
Let's pull up.
I'm waiting.
I love Yoshibash, but
I don't want to dive too much into Yoshibash. It was more of a black or white question. With all the injuries in the bye weeks, give me Yoshibash at a top 40 play. How about that? Top 40 flex play, PPR.
He's a wide receiver 4.
I think wide receiver 3. And you know what? I'll just say this. History tells me, Story. I was right in the Parker Washington call. I was really right in the Michael Wilson call, and I'm going to be right in the Yoshi call. I'm going to call 6 for 70 and a touchdown. How about that?
I mean, Like literally, his floor is 0.
No, it's 0 because they had Jamar Chase. Also, Story, what happened to Jermaine Burton? Remember all the Jermaine Burton 18th round best ball picks I made?
Yeah.
What a he was a second round pick, right? Out of Alabama.
Yeah,
he's on the team. You just don't play him.
Hey, Kendall Milton got some carries for the
Story. What do you think about RJ Harvey? What we said top, what did we say? Top 20 rest of the season?
Top 20 rest of the season. Yeah, top 24 if you're being conservative. I'm not worried about it. J.K. Dobbins is gone for the year. They're going to figure it out. McLaughlin is going to take enough work, but Sean Payton always runs a committee. So you just got to trust in the talent, trust in the explosiveness. Like, they give him enough touches, eventually he's going to come into his own.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is I saw that Bidet actually played more than your boy McLaughlin. He actually played more in snaps. Weird. They both played like nothing.
It really doesn't matter because where the touch is coming from. Like Bidet versus McLaughlin touches. That's what I care about.
So Jason gave you he said Story was wrong for once about once Rob got him. So he also ripped on you and also gave you a compliment at the same time, which is the best kind of statements.
I know it was a compliment sandwich or a backhanded compliment.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're always, we're wrong. Everyone's wrong from time to time, and actually everyone's wrong 40% of the time in this industry. So my thing is, I want my wrong takes to be lesser, like not that wrong, and I want my right takes to hit like Michael Wilson. That's how, if you go 50-50 or 60-40, you want your takes to, when they hit, like George Pickens and Javonte Williams and some of the guys we loved, to really go off. Tucker Kraft, rest in peace. And then your bad calls, unfortunately, a bad call we made was Calvin Ridley. Blood has a question here. Would you trade Tet and Diggs for Rico Dowdle? I have JSN, Pickens, Jamison Williams, Josh Jacobs, Saquon, Jalen Warren. So Tet and Diggs for Rico Dowdle.
No, I wouldn't do that.
You love Tet now. You're a fucking Tet guy.
I've been a Tet guy all year long. It's taken a while for him to break out. I think this is the breakout game.
He has Diggs, JSN and Pickens. He has JSN, Pickens, and Jamison Williams.
Would you rather have Diggs or any other receiver in that wide receiver room? I don't think any other receiver is worth their salt.
Man, I love Rico. And here's the thing. He didn't play well this last week. He still got all the snaps. They're not going away from Rico. They're just not. Like, dude, Rico great. Versus Saquon's an actual conversation.
Rest of the season, I'd rather have Rico at this point.
There you go. So I'm doing that trade because Diggs is too inconsistent. He doesn't play enough snaps. They're eventually going to be getting back. Kyle Williams is playing some more. They're going to get back. Who the hell are they missing right now? Story. Keyshawn Boutte. You're going to get him back. Like Hunter Henry's there. Give me the set it and forget it running back because you already have JSN and Pickens and Jamison Williams. Now Laporta's on IR, dude. You have your 3 receivers.
Yeah,
I like the trade. I want to be the guy getting the best player in the trade, right? I want to be getting the 1 for the 2. I don't want to be giving away 2. I don't want to be giving away 1 for 2. You got the better end of that trade.
Do you think Jamison Williams and Diggs could get this deal done?
No way.
Even with Jamison Williams last 2 weeks.
No.
I would lead with Jamison Williams and Diggs and see if he bites on that.
Yeah, you could try that, but I just don't think it's getting it done.
You got to think positively. Right?
Yeah, well, yeah, you do. Max, again, shout out Max, Patreon subscriber. He is a professional fanatic. Appreciate you, bro. Have Browns. Hopefully you get your hat here soon, Max. Have Browns defense on wire. What do you think being rest of the season? They're amazing. Myles Garrett alone is worth the trip.
I'm glad we have the Browns defense. We should have played them this week. Wouldn't have mattered either way, but I'm glad that we have the Browns defense in our franchise league. Like I'm stoked about them rest of the season. People are talking about them being the stream of the week, but they're a play like, dude, they just shut down Lamar Jackson. So give me the Browns defense until proven otherwise.
Dakota said no politics. We touched on the guy saying the thing. Yeah, politics is about 0.1% of the show, if that. And Ray is big into it. Me and Ray don't even talk politics. Jason says start 1 this week: Purdy, Brissett, or Trevor. Got no Bo Nix. Who is better rest of the season, Bo or Purdy's better than Bo rest of the season?
Oh, yeah. Give me Purdy. I get what Brissett did last week, but give me Purdy. He looks good. Like, he doesn't look like he's hampered at all coming off that injury. Yo, you got a super chat.
Thank you, Jason. We are 2 away from a Story having to do one here. I'll keep on rocking them. Story owes us some crab legs. You can afford it. You do owe us crab leg Story. Is that Thursday night?
I do owe crab legs. It's not going to be tonight, but
no. Just show us a video of it because it'll be weird on the stream. You eating crab legs.
That would be weird.
You know, that's Ray's bit.
Especially up in the home office, my wife would murder me. So
that's Ray's bit.
If the chat's okay with it, I'll take a picture of me eating crab legs and we'll go from there.
I think that's worth it. Jason says my bench is Vidal. Don't want to drop till Hampton, Monungai, White, and Pollard, who sucks. Pollard does suck. Should I drop White and or Pollard for Emmanuel Wilson, Gainwell, Tootin, Knight? So let's rank it for him. Wilson number 1, Gainwell 2, Tootin 3, Knight 4. Unless you need someone right away. Emmanuel Wilson's the answer no matter what you need. So I would probably drop Pollard. I would drop Pollard first.
Too. Exactly.
And then White, and then Monungai, and then Vidal. Reverse order.
We don't know what Hampton's situation is, so you have to hold on to Vidal through the bye week. You have to hold on to Vidal. He's probably coming back, but we don't know for sure. So you have to hold on to Vidal. Pollard's the first out. Monungai and White are kind of a toss-up to me. If this is PPR, I'm holding on to White because he is still the pass catching. I know Sean Tucker had 2 catches for 60-some yards, including that wheel route and the touchdown, but White is still the pass catcher there. If it's half or standard, then Monungai. But yeah, it's that order. Wilson, Gainwell, Tootin, Knight. Tootin and Knight are both banged up. Like Tootin, end of the game, Knight left early and he never came back.
All right, start 2 this week. Wandale, Shakir, and Sticky Ricky. You might have Purdy. I don't care about stacking.
And I think Dart's going to be back, so it's what do the Giants have? Hang on one second.
I'm gonna go Wandale no matter what, man. Here's the thing. If Slayton misses another week, it's Wandale for sure. If Slayton comes back, I want to start Shakir. I can't start Ricky Pearsall. I don't care any situation with Ricky Pearsall. He had 1 catch for 0 yards, bro. Like he's still coming back from injury. Yes, he played 72% of the snaps. I can't play him.
But Shakir had 1 catch for -3 yards. So what
I get it, but Shakir is still the number 1 there, bro. He's still the number 1 there, right? By the way, they refused to open Brandon Ayuk's practice window. He's just not coming back.
Poor guy. Dude, Pearsall, like they're 7-point favorites, 47.5 over under. I'm starting Pearsall for sure. The Giants they get to play in Detroit and probably a pretty pissed off Lions team. So yeah, it's probably Wandale. The Bills get the Texans. That's a tough defense, and they're probably going to win. It's got a lower over under. So yeah, I'm going Ricky Pearsall and Wandale, and I think you're going Wandale and Shakir.
All right. We have, if Dart is out this week, start 1 Brissett or Trevor Lawrence. Easy Brissett. He throws 1,000,000 passes.
Yeah, 100,000%.
They should use Kenneth Walker full time. He looks a lot better than Sharbs. He does, but they like. What do you think, Story?
I mean, they should, but I just got raid. Raid, if you're still in the chat. If you're still in the chat, yeah.
Yeah, you got. They should, but you know what? Charbonnet has value for that team, bro. He's fine. Like he's a good blocker. He's a steady presence.
They really like his presence in short yardage situations.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Jason, since it's handcuff season, my favorite time of year. It's always handcuff season for me. I draft these guys and hold them all year. I've had Blake Corum on my roster. I have Blake Corum in like 16 leagues, bro. I'm never gonna drop him. I don't give a shit. Anyways, which 3 are the best? Corum, B-Rob, Tootin, Stevenson, Emmanuel Wilson, Pacheco, Knights. Also, I have DJ Moore on my bench. Is he droppable to get 4 of these guys? If it's a 10-team league, maybe. 12-team league. If he's like your wide receiver 5, maybe. But let's rank him here. For me, it's Corum number 1, B-Rob 2.
I mean,
Emmanuel Wilson would be 3.
I think you have to go Emmanuel Wilson just due to the fact that Josh Jacobs is almost certainly going to miss at least 1 week.
Okay. So, well, yeah, it's almost hard for me to even consider him a handcuff at this point.
Yeah, that is a super waiver wire priority for me. So Emmanuel Wilson because of that situation. Other than that, it's Corum, Stevenson, B-Rob, Tootin, Knight, Pacheco. No, Pacheco, Knight because Trey Benson's coming back at some point.
I want B-Rob over Stevenson. If you're talking about strict handcuff, a guy you don't need in your lineup unless like He's thrust into starting role. You want upside. You want league-winning upside. It's Brian Robinson Jr. Like a better offense, bro.
They're really close for me, but I'd still go Stevenson just due to the pass catching. B-Rob's he's going to get 2 targets a game and 1 reception.
Jason, Shakir or DJ Moore this week?
Can I choose to jump off of a bridge instead? Like, that's God.
I was between that and Muhammad.
Why the fuck would it be between that or Muhammad? Why don't you just pick a common name like a normal person?
Muhammad is the most commonly used name on earth. Read a fucking book for one.
It's a rough one. It's a rough one, man.
Yeah.
I'm going Shakir. Again, maybe I'm a Shakir homer. Apparently, I sound like a Shakir homer. Give me the number 1 on that offense. Give me the number 1 on that offense, dude.
They're playing a pretty weak Steelers defense. Bills, Texans. I'm going DJ Moore. I would go DJ Moore. Hope he has a bounce back game.
Should I drop Dak and Joe Burrow to pick up 2 wide receivers, or drop 2 of my handcuffs of Corum, B-Rob, or Algier? I have Danny Jones. I want Dak over Danny Jones.
Yeah, why are you playing Danny Jones over Dak? Like,
we can pretty much drop Joe Burrow now because they're going to lose this week against the Pats. They don't have Jamar Chase now. So, like, here's the thing: we say this all the time. Coaches do dumb things, but if they lose this week against the Pats, their playoff, like, they're at not even 1%. So they should not bring back Joe Burrow less than 100%, and that means he won't come back to week 14. What are you bringing him back for? So I think Joe Burrow. I would just drop Daniel Jones and just roll with Dak and Burrow if you want to keep Burrow, or just drop Burrow and Danny Dimes, right?
Yeah. I mean, Dak's passes by, so you don't have to worry about that. Their offense is playing very, very well. Their defense is giving up a ton of yards, which is also very nice. I know it was the Raiders tonight, so that helps a lot. But like Danny Jones can get Jonathan Taylor any given game and have like 1 touchdown, like 240 and 1 touchdown. So like roll with Dak. And yeah, Burrow, Jaden Daniels, I get they might come back. And if they come back and they beat you in the fantasy playoffs, like that's a bad beat. But I'm not.
You can blend the teams for that.
These guys heavy. I'm not holding on to them. Like there's no reason to.
Jason, start 2 this week. Godwin, Shepard, Yoshi Vosh, Io Manor, Coker, Leggett, Tillman, Judy, or any of the Jets wide receivers. Godwin's not playing, I don't think. Even if he does play, you can't play him. I would start Yoshi, and I think Io Manor because Ridley's out and Shamir DK's hurt. So I know Io Manor's been busting.
I think Io Manor got hurt too. Hang on.
Really? Fuck.
Yeah. Dude, all the starting.
I don't want anything to do with the Browns receivers with Shador Sanders or Dylan Gabriel playing quarterback. They're out of it.
No,
I don't want anything with the Jets wide receivers. So you could go Coker or Leggett. I'm going Yoshi for sure. Shepard played well, but I mean, Cade Otton had a bad game. Like Cade Otton will come back. So give me Yoshi and Io Manor, bro. That's if there's no Ridley. He's out for the season. If DK doesn't play, it's Io Manor. Would you agree with that?
Well, I don't think DK's playing. That was a nasty concussion. But Io Manor is
there. You go
with a hamstring. As we speak.
So Van Jefferson. The answer is Van Jefferson. You play Van Jefferson, like for real. Give me Van Jefferson, bro.
Dude, I kind of like Leggett this week. I don't want Tillman or Judy. I don't care about that. I kind of like Leggett.
I'm not chasing all those yards from Bryce Young, dude. Not good business story.
I mean, would you chase Coker over Leggett?
I feel like he has a safer floor because he's a slot guy. He's going to have a safer, like, 4-catch floor. Jonathan says, do we like Breece Hall better with Tyrod at quarterback? His passing upside really, really increases. So that's why we'd like him more. Yeah, the offense should be more, he's less likely to have a rushing touchdown than Fields. So the offense should be more competent, less vulture touchdowns by Fields, and a better pass catching upside. So, yeah, this is a really good move for Breece Hall and everyone there. Mason Taylor, too, right?
Yeah, actually, I was premature saying I would start Mason Taylor with Justin Fields. But Tyrod Taylor is not taking 10-yard touchdowns from Breece Hall or from the tight end if they want to run a split. He's just not doing that. He's not running for a 10-yard touchdown.
What's your panic with Ibuka? Any panic? Because he had a pretty rough game. It was not a good game script. Not a game script. Tough matchup there.
It'd be nice if one of Godwin or Evans came back to kind of take some defensive pressure away from him. He was doing a lot better when one of those two guys was there. I'm not worried about I shouldn't say that. 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, somewhere in that range. He's been performing very well, but you can't help but be a little worried. But it's still a phenomenal talent in a really good offense.
Ray, I lost with Josh Allen this week and won against JT, putting up 59 points. Fantasy gods are real. That's how it works, baby. It's literally how it works. Dakota, I tied 120 in a must-win game with Bowers and Lamb. Both quarterbacks blew it at the end. Well, the Lamb thing. Yeah, Jesus.
Just he didn't even have to get it. He could have caught it, fallen down, and got touched. You still would have won. Like, he just couldn't hold on to it.
Down bad at running back this week from 007. Who would you rather have for Sutton? Swift, ETN, or Woody? Rank those three. Rest of season.
God, Swift is the pass catcher, but Woody is getting a ton of work. ETN's getting work. Tutin's banged up. These are all really close to me. They're all really, really close.
I think the upside shot is Woody because he could take over that entire backfield. We're
definitely the upside shot, but your upside shot, even though you had an 80% running back share this week, was 4.5 fantasy points. Like, that's the problem. This offense is inept, even with Davis Mills. I guess because of the Tutin injury, it's ETN by a hair.
Yeah, and his Tutin is hurt. That's the deciding factor. Like, Monungai's healthy. Jay, my wide receivers are Chase, London, Waddle, Godwin, Ridley. That's why you don't roster 3 quarterbacks. Yeah, 2 max, man. I don't like doing 2 at all unless I have, I'm streaming. Wally, thank you, Rob, for telling me to sit Woody Marks. I still like Woody, but it was just not a good matchup. I just saw the Titans. I knew that game was going to suck. Like, it did suck. It was awful. It was a high school football game is what it was.
I mean, I started Woody pretty not happily, but not reluctantly either. I take solace in the fact that everyone on my team S the bed, so wouldn't have mattered. Like, there was literally nothing I could have done. I could have started Michael Wilson in that league. It wouldn't have mattered. Speaking of Kyler, do you guys think he comes back this year? I hope he doesn't.
Don't pee on me, know what I'm saying? No, don't do it. No, I'm saying.
Those of you just tuning into the show, we call Kyler Murray the Garden Gnome. We call Bryce Young the Jockey, and Dylan Gabriel was known as Wario. We probably won't see another game started from Dylan Gabriel. I mean, I know they said he's still the starter there, but after this year, I don't think he starts another NFL game. Do you agree?
You don't think Dylan Gabriel starts? I mean, they're going to end up getting
after this year. After this year.
Oh, after this year.
Not another start.
He'll be a backup somewhere. Someone will get injured. He'll get a few starts here and there, but no, the dude's not a starting quarterback. But nobody, there are no starting quarterbacks in that roster, period.
MVP, well, I ended up winning this week due to CD dropping that walk-in TD pass. Luck has been on my side. MVP, also a Patreon member. Appreciate you, bro. And you know what? Watching that had to just turning your fucking stomach because there's no way in that game he should have even had an opportunity to catch a touchdown. Then he gets a walk-in and drops it in a bad throw. So, you know what? Everything evened out because it should have never been there in the first place, right? Why are they throwing that ball?
By the way, have you ever seen a team before kneel the ball out at 2 minutes and 35 seconds when the other team has all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to go? Both teams knew that game was over.
Shakir killed us all, man. Dakota says Henry's a league winner. Do you think he is?
He's got the potential, but Stevenson's coming back, and they're not just going to shutter him to the sidelines. He's going to have a role. So Henderson's going to have great games, but Henderson's also going to have games where he goes 14 for 56 and gets 2 catches for 14 yards. So you better hope that doesn't come in week 15.
100%. Those of you in here that are not subscribed to the channel 7 nights a week with this shit, 7 different unique guests every different day. We mix and match. We have threesomes. We have guests come on the show. Most interactive show around. The chat dictates. You guys are in charge of the show. We're just the clowns giving you the information. That's what we do. If you haven't subscribed, please do like the video too. Get some more people in here. Let's grow this community. Champagne has a good comment here. Do you think Dan Campbell's play calling is going to bring down Amon-Ra St. Brown's ceiling? I have a funny little thing I was thinking about. He didn't announce he was a play caller until in a Washington game. It was clear he was calling the plays. And of course, he wanted to choose that game to call plays because it's really nice to call plays against Washington. He should have given it back this week against the Eagles. Be like, I'm not going to call this game, and then I just call plays against really, really bad teams. Yeah, storming out there.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. Yeah, you're right. He should have just been like, all right, you take this week. Yeah, and then who we got next week? Oh, we got the Raiders. I'll go.
We got the Saints. Yeah,
take the week off. Right, But no, I don't think so. 12 targets for Amon-Ra St. Brown. this was a bad game from Goff. I'm not worried about it. That was,
and St. Brown had a couple drops too, which you
he
never
had some nasty drops.
ever.
Like on that last one, they couldn't connect for whatever reason. But dude, usually 12 targets results in 10 receptions for 110 yards for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Just chalk it up.
All right, we hit our goal. We hit our goal. Get ready to chug.
All right.
And I'll say this real quick before we. Well, he's got to get his stuff ready. J-Bob says top 3 teams in each conference. Story, while you get your beer ready, you give me your top 3. I can hear you. I'm going to go to the bathroom and get another beer because I have this one. I have to get another one.
I really believe in Vrabel and that team in New England. So I'm gonna go with New England. I'm gonna go with Buffalo just because of Josh Allen. He's gonna will that team. And man, AFC is tough because there's a bunch of teams that are kind of in that weird second tier. But I think I'm gonna stick with Kansas City as the third team there. In the NFC, Seattle for sure. LA. Man, that one's tough. I want to go with – I don't want to say Philadelphia just because of how they look, but I think I have to because of the defense. Like, if you gave me 4, it's Philly, Tampa, Seattle, and L.A. But for 3, I just got to go Philly because of the defense. Like, that's – unfortunately, because I really hate how the offense looks right now. I really, really hate it. They're doing this whole squeaky wheel thing. Just kills one player at the expense of the entire team, or benefits one player at the expense of the entire team.
I would say the Lions, but they're not going to have any home field advantage in the playoffs, and they can't play outside every playoff game, so they're out of it for me. Eagles are number 1 in the NFC, and then I'm going to go Eagles, Rams, Seahawks, just because that defense is amazing. AFC, you're going to think it's weird because the records don't indicate it. I'm going to go just throw back what I thought beginning of the year, and I think that the rest of the teams still are 1 year away. I'm going best team Bills. I'm going Bills, Chiefs, and then I'm going to go fucking Ravens, bro. I know they don't look good now. Lamar's hurt.
They need Lamar to get healthy.
But their defense actually looks okay.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about their defense at all, but the offense, it runs through Henry because Lamar cannot complete like a 20-yard pass downfield because he can't plant that leg right now. They better hope he gets healthy real quick.
Well, the nice thing is they have some easy matchups. They play the Jets this week. Like they should just sit them, actually. They should just sit them this game, right?
I mean,
they should.
Yeah. But again, like we were talking about, they should sit James Cook against Miami, and Miami stomps on their throat. You know what I mean? Like, so the NFL is weird. Like,
Jason says, J-Bob, you're running out of cotton rockets. Do you know what a cotton rocket is?
No, I mean, is it a bathroom thing? I don't know.
And then Mark, number 1 super fan, shout you out, Mark. You guys aren't clowns. I mean, we kind of are, but we're smart clowns. We're definitely not pirates. I don't want to be a pirate, Story. You guys aren't clowns. Best fantasy show out here. Elite knowledge and takes along with great entertainment. Subscribe and hit that like button, y'all. Fucking love Mark, man. What a guy. What a nice fucking
Mark's
individual.
The man. Mark is the man.
Mark's probably coming on. I think Mark's coming on this weekend coming up. Yeah, we got to get Mark on with Story too. I'm going to get, we'll do 3 ways with Mark. Yeah, that sounds weird, but we're going to do that. Story, you just smooched Hertz cinnamon ring. Cinnamon ring. I never heard it called that. That's really good.
I've heard it called a chocolate starfish. I've never heard it called a cinnamon ring.
I like cinnamon ring. All right, we got to do a chug here, and we're almost up to another one. Well, I'm almost up to another one, but there we go. Do you think Tootin is taking over Jacksonville? I would say he's taken over the lead, but now he got a little dinged up. So let's go, Story.
Okay.
Ratio. That one was a light one. I didn't want to do a Oktoberfest again. What do you think about Tootin taking over that backfield?
I think that with the injury, the coaching staff, Liam Cohen's probably going to go back to ETN as the lead back. Tootin's carved out a role, but it's still ETN's backfield, in my opinion.
Sven, I'm trying to get Jalen Hurts for one of my receivers plus Gatson. Would you give up Tet over Ibuka? So Tet, Ibuka, and AJ Brown, rank them. 0.5 per rushing first down, 6 points for passing.
Per rushing.
So rank them. We want Ibuka, Tet, AJ Brown in that order.
I do. Yeah. I still want Ibuka over Tet. I like I said, I love Tet. I think his breakouts here, but Ibuka's the man. Like he's going to have better games ahead. Receivers.
Would you trade Tyler Warren for Bowers? We want Bowers over Tyler Warren for sure.
I do. I hate to say it because I love Tyler Warren, but I absolutely do want Bowers over Tyler Warren.
That trade for Bucky Irving, Max says 10-team playoff start week 14. That's early, bro.
It's early.
I mean, you got 12-13. He better come back.
There's buys that week too. Hang on.
Yeah, that's wild.
There are buys in week 14.
Is the Niners specific? That's what you cannot have a 14 start.
Giant, Patriots, Panthers. So no Rico, no Stevenson, no Henderson, no Drake May, no Diggs, no.
So we like that trade for him. We like that trade because he traded Travion Henderson.
Yeah,
that's good trade. That's awesome. So he's not available week 14 anyway. So I like that trade now. We got to let these commissioners know. Check fantasy has changed the last 3 weeks with the schedule going longer, right? 3 years ago, what was it? 3 or 4 years ago, that you cannot have 14 was the old playoff week. They added a week to the schedule. Week 15. 15 has to be the playoff start because you have buys week 14. Why the NFL does it, I'll never know. They do it. You got to fucking adjust.
Why not just start the playoffs in week 13 then? Right? You're gonna do week 14
the whole year.
Yeah.
Is Judkins a reliable start? It's been rough. What do you think of Judkins? He's still fine, right?
He's got a really good playoff schedule, but if they get behind, like he does not catch passes. I'm fully on board with Judkins. I think he's going to be very fine going forward, but there's going to be several games with single-digit fantasy points going forward. Like they're just not using him in the passing game, and their offense sucks. So.
Who should I go for on the wire to start and keep? Mooney, Troy Franklin, Alec Pierce, or Michael Wilson?
Well, if you need a win this week, the Broncos are on bye, so it's not Franklin. It's Alec Pierce by a mile of all these guys. He's been he's not just a deep threat anymore. He's had multiple games of double-digit targets, double-digit fantasy points. I believe in the Colts. I think that team is well coached. I like Daniel Jones looks good this year. If you don't need a win this week, then it's still Alec Pierce, but then it goes Troy Franklin, then Michael Wilson. I have 0 interest in Mooney at a immediate start, long-term, whatever. I don't care. If you absolutely need a win this week, still Alec Pierce, but then it goes Michael Wilson, then Troy Franklin.
If you need a win this week, it's Michael Wilson. Like if it's a 1 week rental, it's Michael Wilson. If there's no Marvin Harrison, that's not even a discussion story. 15 catches, bro.
I'm still taking Alec Pierce over Michael Wilson.
15 catches. I'm gonna make a rap song. Champagne, Juwan Johnson, Goddard, or Gatson rest of season. Gatson, and I don't even like Gatson.
But don't forget he's on bye this week too. So,
yeah.
You might have to start Goddard. You might have to pick up 2 of these guys. Start Goddard and then gas in the rest of the way.
Rank these waiver wire options: Tootin, Gordon, Gainwell, Singletary, McLaughlin, Bam, Knight. So we're gonna go Gainwell, probably number 1 because he might start this week.
They said it was
Singletary's playable.
Yeah, Singletary. Jaleel McLaughlin, Bam Knight. Bam Knight's hurt. Tootin's hurt. Ollie Gordon. Achane went out, but he came back in, so that's the bottom of the list right there. Gainwell, Singletary, Tootin, Bam Knight, McLaughlin, Gordon, in that order.
Jesus, we have God damn it. We have the same. Look at this. These burner accounts. These are the same guy. Rob told me to bet $500 in Genty TD. Story told me to bet $1,000 on Bowers TD. First of all, I would never tell you the number to bet on anything because that's insane. I'll give you my bets. I will never tell you the number. I'll never be like, you got to put $200 in this bet. Bro, everyone's fucking bankroll is different for one. Terrible comment. Dumb comment. Get a life, bro. I think I know who it is. It might be an associate of mine who's trying to get back at me for something I didn't even do, which is funny.
Crazy. We would never tell you to put a dollar amount. We would tell you to put units on it because that's how you should be managing your bankroll is based on units. And generally,
we're smart.
One unit is 1% of your bankroll. Now, it varies based on your risk tolerance and all that kind of stuff. But generally, a unit is 1%. So find out your bankroll, and then that's your unit size. And we would say, we feel really strongly about this. Bet 2 units on this, or bet 1.5 units on this, or whatever it is. But there's no way I'm telling anybody to bet any specific dollar amount. We also don't unit cheat. If your unit is $10, like that's fine. Like this gambling is different for everybody. We're not going to, if you post your bet slip and somebody's like, oh, you only bet $2, who cares? Like, that's your situation. Do whatever you got to do.
We have a Birds.
Eagle. Go Birds, though.
Oh, go Birds.
All right, go Birds.
Right?
Go
Go
Birds.
Birds.
Get your hand off my knee.
Go Birds.
Eagle. Go Birds, though.
Oh, go Birds.
All right, go Birds. Right? Go Birds. Get your hand off my knee.
Go Birds.
I love the end of that clip. Here we go. Thank you, J Bob. I have to do another one. Actually, it hasn't even caught up. So sometimes when there's like a $5 or $10 one, it stays on there. It doesn't count for the counter. And I have the number start here. I'm a man of my word. So we've already had 22. So I owe one for the 20th, and then there'll be a 25th. I switched to life here. So Bam Knight not hurt. DeMarcado got hurt. Correct. DeMarcado, is that a serious injury?
Yeah. Thank you for the correction, Mark. You're absolutely right.
Is that a serious injury or what?
He went out, didn't come back in. Let's see what the latest is on him. My God, keeping up with this is a full-time job now.
The injuries are nuts. They're absolutely insane, and I don't know. So
ankle injury, carried 5 times to the locker room. Yeah, he went to the locker room in the second quarter. He never came back in. Further testing, but there's nothing on him. So I think you could fire up Bam Knight this week pretty confidently, don't you?
If there's no DeMarcado, yeah. I mean, the problem is Michael Wilson could get the lead role. Before I check this one, look at this. This is the same burner account, right? Look at this one. This is the funny thing. He said, they told me to start St. Brown and Kate Otten instead of Michael Wilson and Ferguson. First of all, you're never benching St. Brown. So, like, that's a dumb comment. Like, I would, yeah. Oh, my bad. I told you to start Monroe St. Brown, wide receiver 4 in fantasy. I'm a goon. And then the thing is, I told everyone to start Michael Wilson everywhere. So, like, that's, again, wrong because I started Michael Wilson everywhere. I talked about Michael Wilson in my sleep. I wake up, my wife's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you know, that's the Step Brothers thing where it's like, what is it? The clown thing?
No penis.
Clown has no penis. I'm just like, Michael Wilson has 15 catches. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, I'm just dreaming of Michael Wilson. This guy.
That's funny. I had a dream that it was the first week of the playoffs last night, and that I had it was a college, so it was Marquise Johnson from Mizzou, but that I had him on my team, but I forgot to put him on our lineup, and it was a nightmare because he scored a touchdown. He wasn't in my lineup. That's what I dream about. I dream about fantasy football. How sad is that?
That's actually awesome. I dream of that when I'm awake too. Garrett says, do you think Mills can beat the Bills? Ooh, I like that saying. CJ Stroud might be out. I mean, they need if they keep on winning, they're going to bring him back. But the Bills are going to destroy them, right?
It's a Thursday night game. I find it very suspect that CJ Stroud would play this week. He didn't progress barely at all through the concussion protocol last week. The Bills should win this outright. But again, people talking about like, oh, they should just sit James Cook against the Dolphins because it's the Dolphins and they're going to walk all over them. It's the NFL. Anything can happen. Would it surprise you, though, if this was it's a Thursday night game, if this was a 20-10 affair, like a low-scoring game?
No, it wouldn't. But Josh Allen looks like he's like a man on a mission.
True.
Scott, we don't have any news on the Jacobs injury. I broke it down a little earlier that they play, week 12. He's probably out. They already pretty much said he's out week 12, and they play Thursday night. They play Thanksgiving. So that's a short week. So he's probably out at least 12 and 13. Would you agree with that story?
Yeah, anytime they say week to week, and I'm not sure they did with him, but anytime they say week to week or something along, or not, it's not going like, oh, the good news is it's not season ending, and it's not week 16. You should be worried about that, and it looks like a multi-week injury, but they haven't put him on the IR yet, so that's good news. Knee contusion. Actually, knee contusion is better than anything else I could have thought.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. There's no structural damage. MVP says this show is the reason I randomly be singing Tiny Dancer in my head at work. I actually sing Tiny Dancer out loud at the grocery store. And then they're just like, what are you doing? I'm like, Kenneth Walker. I gotta chug this one. Joey says Rams and Broncos Super Bowl. What do y'all think? You don't like the Broncos though.
I think they're a house of cards. I think that they'll fall apart at any second because Bo Nix, I've never seen a quarterback bail out of clean pockets as quickly as, well, I guess John Mateer at Oklahoma has been doing the same, but Bo Nix will see a clean pocket and he'll immediately bail out very, very quickly. And then he's thrown on the run. And if a target's slightly off, then it doesn't seem like Troy Franklin can catch it. So it's a very fragile situation there.
Yeah, and he's not really running. He's bailing out to like make like off balance throws. It's really strange. J-Bob tells you all to bet the house on Bird Super Bowl. Well, the odds aren't there though. What are they? 8-1? I ain't doing that.
No,
I like making money.
Is
it like 6-1?
I gotta use the little boys' room.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Worthy droppable. I could scoop up Eagles defense for him. I don't think he's droppable, Cruz. I mean, I want to drop him. I guess what's the upside, right? Is the upside is someone gets hurt, but they just play Tyquan Thornton then, so it's wild.
Real quick, the dog's waiting outside the door, so I got to take her out too. So it's going to be a little while. I'll be right back as soon as I can.
I got you, bro. I don't know if he's droppable. I'm not dropping him. I only have him in one league though, so and there's maybe I should drop him. I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? You think help out Cruz because that's a tough one for me. Like. He just looks lost out there. He's just lost in the shuffle. Like he could pick up Franklin or Parker Washington. Not Parker Washington. I might pick up Franklin. Grab Franklin. I would rather have Franklin than Worthy. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Rashad White is Ronald Jones 2.0. God, I miss Ronald Jones though. Screwed myself this week on accident by accepting Laporta for Kelsey. Oh no. Damn it. Yeah, Laporta's out for 4 weeks, and we didn't know that was. We thought he was just out this week, and then it was probably you accepted it, and then the report came in that he's on IR. That sucks. Thank you, Mark. Hey, we got 31 likes though. That's okay. I'd like more, but Jason, who has a better chance of coming back and holding onto your IL spot, Daniels or Joe Burrow? Well, I'd say Joe Burrow just because now they're both dumb franchises, Jason. So that there's no like tiebreaker there. The Washington's already eliminated, and they're talking about it. The only reason they're talking about with Joe Burrow is because they have a shot. Now, if they lose this week, there's no shot for them to make the playoffs. So I would still say Joe Burrow. No, actually, no, I'm gonna say Jaden Daniels because Washington is literally the worst franchise. So I think it's Jaden Daniels, but I think it's slim to nothing that either of them come back. Is it worth dropping the number one kicker, Dicker? He's on bye. I'd rather drop Pollard, but yeah, I would rather drop Pollard. The number one kicker, right? Aubrey and Dicker are the two examples, and maybe McLaughlin there in Tampa, not as much McLaughlin. Dicker and Aubrey, you have to roster. They kick inside, right? They have conservative head coaches, and they're both they never miss kicks. They kick from 50 yards all the time, 50, 60 yards. So Alec Pierce versus Chiefs this weekend. Do we like him? I like Alec Pierce all the time. Going into week 10, I think it was going to week 10. Yeah, they had a bye week 11. So going into week 10, I read the stat on the show that Alec Pierce, because he missed a couple games with a concussion, Alec Pierce was 12th in the NFL in receiving yards per game. And then he comes out and has a 90-yard receiving game. So I think he's still like top 12, top 10 receiving yards per game, not total receiving yards. But Alec Pierce getting the job done. And what I love about Alec Pierce, always loved him, 44-inch vertical. I think the dude has hops. Loved him out of Cincinnati coming out of college. What I love now is he was always used as just an X receiver, a sacrificial X, like a MVS, right? Valdez-Scantling, where he runs two routes. They're actually using him in the slot a little bit. They're moving him around. They're giving him the full route tree, and he is just explosive. And watch that guy run a route. And Daniel Jones loves him. So he's getting single coverage. Alec Pierce is a must start in fantasy. He's great. This would be a go for it all trade. I give up Kenneth Walker, Myers, and Tyler Warren for Jamar Chase. I got Kittle. Well, Jamar Chase is suspended, Michael. So as long as you don't need him this week, yeah, because Jacoby Myers is nothing. Kenneth Walker's in a timeshare, and Tyler Warren is a very nice floor option. He's a compiler. He doesn't have really elite weeks, right? He always finishes like 10-4, 10-5 each week, which is awesome. But you have Kittle. So I'm in for that. As long as you're in the playoffs and you're not going to sacrifice a bye. I wouldn't risk losing this week and losing your bye to get that trade done, because a bye essentially is a win in the playoffs. So if you already locked up, if you're 9-2 and you have high points and you can do this, I'd like it. If not, I don't think I'd do it. If you're fighting for the playoffs, don't do it either. Let's see. I'd take Niners over Eagles. No, you can't. I mean, the Niners do look good now that they're healthy. The problem is their defense isn't healthy, Scott, and their defense isn't going to be healthy. And I do like Robert Saleh, good defensive coordinator, but not. He can band-aid it so much, in the playoffs will be exposed, and they will be run all over. They will be passed all over. I don't know if the offense has enough juice to overtake. I feel like the Niners would get destroyed by the Eagles. You can't tell me any world where the Niners beat the Eagles, because Brock Purdy would get destroyed. Do you agree the Niners are kind of frauds? Like, their defense, like I said, they're getting healthy on the offensive side of the ball story. They're not getting healthy on the defensive side of the ball. And Robert Saleh is awesome. He's awesome. But in the playoffs, he's going to be exposed. You're muted, Story.
Thank you. First of all, it's pouring outside, by the way.
Oh, not here. You're north of me. So.
Yeah. Secondly, their secondary is absolute trash. Like, Brissett carved them up. So, yeah, second round exit for me. Like, they're not deep enough to make a deep run in the playoffs. I like the fact that Purdy's back. Their offense looks good. CMC's as healthy as he's been in years. But the defense, man, like, you can't coast an offense alone unless you're the 2018 Eagles.
Jason. All right, we have another Chuck here. I ain't betting the Birds for Super Bowl at J-Bob. Birds fans ate horse poop the first time you guys won. I bet you will sleep with a cross-dresser for another Hurts tush push. That's a good one. That's a good, like, hypothetical, right? And my answer is always yes, because I might do it just because I like to expand my horizons story. But let's say you're a Browns fan, right? Now the Eagles already won a Super Bowl. Let's say you're a Browns fan, or one of these Lions fan, one of these tortured franchises. Would you sleep with a cross-dresser, essentially a man, to have your team win a Super Bowl or a championship if it's baseball? Would you do it, Story? What's your answer?
No, I'm not opposed to anybody who is straight and wants to sleep with a cross-dresser for their team's Super Bowl win. Kind of feels
an adventure. It's like climbing Mount Everest.
Kind of feels a little like cheating, though. Kind of like Angel in the Outfield, where they made a deal. Like, that's kind of cheating a little bit. Like, let's not take anything away from the other teams there. And I get that sexuality is a spectrum, right? Like, you're not straight or gay or bi. Like, it's a spectrum. I understand that. But for me, it's not in the cards.
I'm doing it.
Fair. You would for the Bears or for?
Nah, I'm not a big enough Bears fan. I was just saying doing it in general. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need the team to win. I'm just fucking around. I don't know. I'd consider it. I don't fucking know. I'm pretty open-minded, I guess is the word. Yeah. If I get like 100 subscribers, I would do it. I'm like a OnlyFans model over here. This is getting wacky. Story. Our last two shows have been pretty off the cuff, pretty wacky. And
last night I wasn't even drinking. Tonight I am drinking. So
yeah, I think I'm stooping you down to my level, and I'm kind of like a bad influence on you. So what's nice though, Story, is you own your own business. You don't have an employer to worry about, and we don't say anything too crazy on here. But like, again, like my buddy is a teacher, like he can't be on the show because he's a teacher, and that's just insane. Like, it's bullshit that they look at that stuff. But let's see here, Rusty Balloon. Where are we at here? I think I went too far down. Here we go. Yeah, we had this comment here. So give me your answer on this one since you were gone. Who has a better chance of coming back, Daniels or Joe Burrow? The answer should be neither, but who knows? Let's do this chug too. You ready? You got yours poured?
I'm gonna skip it again. I'm doing every other one. I gotta.
I did another one that was not me, I guess. But okay, this is already my fifth one because I'm a man. I'm 40. Mike Gundy. Shout out Mike Gundy. Rip.
Fifth.
Yeah, this is my fifth. There's 24 in here. 24 supers we've had. So that's gonna be my fifth.
Okay. Next one.
Okay. Answer the question.
What was the question? Oh, better chance.
Who has a better chance? Yeah.
Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is more of a warrior than Jaden Daniels, personally.
Who should come back? Neither.
Like the answer is very clearly neither. But who will come back? Like if, man, the fact that Joe Burrow is already at the facility, already at kind of not walkthroughs, but like already there, that leads me to believe that even if they're out of it, like Joe Burrow might come back.
I really hope not. I drafted him in 5 spots and I dropped him in every league. So like I'm like with my heart hoping he doesn't come back. For one, because it's a pointless season. I don't want him to have another major injury. I was saying last night in the stream, like, you know what the next thing is going to go for Joe Burrow if he comes back from this injury? Achilles.
Yeah.
It ruined the guy's career some more, Cincinnati. You're going to bring him back with this bad defense. Also, regardless of the bad defense, screw that because they're already out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
This offensive line. You're going to bring him back with this offensive line.
Dude, I mean, I'm worried about Justin Herbert's health for the rest of the season. That's one of the worst offensive lines that I've ever seen. Do you see what they were going
they like
through?
throwing the ball.
Like per position, they're 25th ranked or lower, and at the center, both tackles, both ends position, like
So
or both
bad.
not ends, but both guards, both tackles. That's dude. Like,
Dude, and the crazy thing is their record, like the year from hell thing. Bill Simmons always brings this up. The year from hell. The Niners had it last year, right? The Ravens had it to start this year, and the Niners also had it this year as well with their defense. They're having the year from hell on the offensive line because they went from having a top 3 unit with Joe Alt and Slater, two of the top 5 best tackles in the NFL, to now having a bottom 5 unit, and it might be bottom 3. It might.
We had this conversation in August when Slater went down. The fact that Joe Alt also went down, like, again, I think their left tackle graded out 30 out of 32 eligible left tackles. Their left guard graded out 31. Their right guard graded out 29. Their right tackle graded out 25. Like, it's bad. It's really so. Yeah, like I think you can still start Lad McConkey with confidence, but this Kamani Vidal, like that's kind of rough. I'm not starting Quentin Johnson ever again. Like, I just can't trust him. I can't. Like,
Story, Tampa over Detroit. After what we saw, yeah, because the inside stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, the Detroit's got to go on the road. They're like, unless they go to the LA, which it doesn't set up for them to go to LA right now. That could obviously change, but like, it's not. I don't think it's a road versus home. It feels like a cold thing for Jared Goff.
Yeah. Like Tampa'd be fine. At Tampa, it'd be a fine matchup for him. What do you think about Jonathan says Benson's starting to piss me off? Same here, man. I've been holding on to Benson in 11 leagues. No news, but like they want him back. What do you think? Give me a number. What week?
That he's coming back at all, or that he takes?
Yeah, well, he's coming back. Don't tell me he's not coming back. Story.
This year's been weird. I think it's 70-30. He comes back. No, 80-20. He comes back this year. Taking over the lead back role, I'm less optimistic about that because of how Bam Knight has played and Amari DiMarcado has popped up in spots. A guy coming off an injury, a pretty severe injury, the fact that he's been out this long, I can't imagine that he retains a 70% opportunity to share a running back for this team. I just can't imagine it.
No way. Look at, so you can see it's always Sunny shirt right here on the wall. Danny DeVito is 81 today.
Okay.
I think I may cry if and when. I mean, when it's not if.
Not if.
When well, you never know. Danny DeVito's pretty famous. Magic Johnson's been living with HIV for like 30 fucking years, bro. So when he dies,
where they inject money into them to cure AIDS.
Yes, I love that. He's sleeping on a mattress of money. When Danny DeVito dies, I will cry just because I'm such a big Sonny fan and just that guy's such a sweetheart, such a little sweetheart. I kind of like the commercials too. The Jersey Mike's commercials.
The Jersey Mike's ones. He's doing a commercial with Eli Manning now. You see that?
Yeah, the Eli's. Turgay, I'm playing a standard league. First of all, Turgay, don't play standard leagues. That's the most it's too much variance. It's all touchdowns. It's not like if you're a smart fantasy player, it's a disadvantage to you because like PPR is. I know PPR is stupid. 6 catches for 8 yards is fucking 6.8 points. But at least you can. The number one thing, the easiest thing to project right now or to bank on is volume. Story. And touchdowns are the hardest. So I don't do touchdown score parlays very often unless I get a boost. I can project yards and catches and targets. I cannot project touchdowns.
Yeah,
it's garbage.
There's a ton of variance with touchdowns, and we've seen it with Bijan Robinson this year.
And that's the problem with standard leagues is you're banking on touchdowns is like 50% of your value. So should it be either way? He's playing in one, so let's answer. It's not about you. It's about standard leagues. I hate standard leagues. So you're better than that, Turgay. Start playing. Turgay, you get in the Patreon, get in the Discord. You can play in our fantasy leagues. Play against me and Story. We're pretty good. Our teams always get decimated though. So you can probably beat us because our teams can't stay healthy. Should I be worried about Brian Thomas, Metcalf, Sutton? Can I drop any of these for Pierce or Franklin? You could maybe drop Sutton. I wouldn't drop Metcalf or BTJ. Definitely not Metcalf in a standard, and not Brian Thomas.
Not Metcalf in the standard. He's catching touchdowns. Brian Thomas Jr. probably not. It's a yardage thing. Sutton you can drop in a standard because, well, yes, this year you can. If it was last year, no. Like the dude was a touchdown machine. This year he's not catching touchdowns. Go with Pierce. I think Pierce has got a better chance to catch a touchdown.
Yeah, Pierce is the dude. And I'll say this: he said he needs 3 wins in a row where he's out of the playoffs. You could probably drop Brian Thomas then because first week back, can you really trust him? So I'd take Franklin and Pierce over BTJ and Sutton right now.
Yeah, if you need wins,
We're Bears fans, but we're more into making money and gambling and fantasy. But we like the Bears. They call me T-Bit or David. Are we setting the Rams on the West, or is there any other contenders in the West? Well, everyone's a contender in the West. Seahawks are probably a better team than the Rams. We just saw it. They threw 4 picks on the road and lost by 2 points.
Yeah,
you guys say more?
The Cardinals are not a contender in the West.
No. But I'm saying that the Niners are contenders.
Yes, I agree. Like the Cardinals, the Rams, they're all contenders. And do you know what the common denominator is?
What's that?
Coaches who aren't raging idiots. Like coaches,
and they're young and they're progressive. I love Sean McVay. Sean McVay is such a G. If you say a bad word about Sean McVay, my little handsome coach,
here's the problem with Sean McVay. He's creative, he's smart, but he's a little bit of a coward. Okay, like I've seen plenty of times when Sean McVay is get up by 2 scores, he takes his foot off the gas. He's like, "We got this under lock," and then the team falls apart because they can't play from behind. He's a bit of a coward. Just gonna say that. Bit.
Well, you have a problem with every coach. You can nitpick something on everyone. Like you're a guy that's dating a 9 that's like, bitch, you're not a 10. Like, don't say that. She's a 9. Fuck you.
I mean, she better give a pretty good handy.
Oh, a 9. Jesus fuck. Turgay, I'm gonna drop this in here. No one thinks they can. The Patriots will go to the Super Bowl. I think you're more into the Patriots than I am. Their schedule is way too easy. Their defense is a fraud. And I love Drake May. 1 year away, though. 1 year away.
That's fair. I think they'll make a run, but not to the Super Bowl.
Pickens or Justin Jefferson rest of season. That's a spicy meatball right there, bro.
That is spicy. I think I still got to go with Jefferson. That is tough, man. No,
talent will win out. Talent went out, man. And Justin Jefferson is that dude. It's just been rough, man.
I know. It's been rough. No chance of Carson Wentz coming back. Unfortunately, he's done for the year.
Carson Wentz sucks.
Well,
Guess he's better than JJ
Jefferson
McCarthy,
has best games with Carson Wentz.
Who's the backup there? Johnny Munt? I'm kidding. That's tight end. Who's the backup?
Tight end.
Who's the quarterback guy? He said he went to like New Hampshire or some shit. 7th round pick?
I don't know.
Oh, even Story doesn't know that guy. Carlo, what's your opinion of the dynasty the Philadelphia Eagles are building right now? It's a dynasty. I mean, Howie Roseman's like the GOAT. He's the MVP of that team. Can we just say that?
Dude, Howie Roseman's the best.
Your coach has holes. Sirianni makes dumb decisions.
Sirianni's
quarterback has flaws.
So Sirianni's a fine.
AJ Brown's kind of a bum. Devonta Smith is fine.
Sirianni's a fine leader of men. He's a terrible in-game coach. Like he is bad. Do you freeze? What?
No, what the fuck is? I'm trying to read this question. Win or lose? Sometimes I do. Win or lose? Should I do Henderson and Genty and Vidal and Addison and Tucker for Romo and Taylor? Fuck is Romo?
Tony Romo.
Well, he's an announcer. Parker Romo was the kicker that got cut on the fucking Atlanta. So for Taylor, no, that's way too much. That's way too much.
He might be Roma Dunze. He might.
Oh yeah, Roma Dunze. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Henderson, Genty, Vidal, Addison, Tucker. Tucker's nothing. Addison's really nothing. Vidal will be nothing. So Henderson and Genty, I would do that trade.
Trey Tucker, Jordan Addison, Kamani Vidal, Ashton Genty, Travion Henderson for
I would do that.
Roma Dunze and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, because you can pick up guys on the wire, especially if it's a 10-team league. 10-team league, yes. 14-team league, no.
You're shuttering 3 extra positions. You can pick up guys on the wire, a defense for the playoffs. Yeah, I would do that. I would absolutely do
that. Just sent Rome, Olave, and Henry for what's up?
Max Brosmer is the
Brosmer. That's a dude. Yeah, that's a backup for the Vikings. What about him? Where'd he go to school? Is it New Hampshire?
No, he went to he did go to New Hampshire, but his last year was at Minnesota. He played in Minnesota last year.
Local kid. There you go.
He spent 19, so 4 years in New Hampshire prior to that.
Is he better than JJ McCarthy?
No.
Probably.
No.
Well, he might be. Is Nick Mullins better than JJ McCarthy? Because Nick Mullins did way better than JJ McCarthy.
I kind of think he is. Yeah.
Well, dude, Nick Mullins sucks dick, bro. I literally watched him the other day on a Pornhub. He's on that
well aware.
dick. Well, you saw that video too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a good video. Just sent Rome, Olave, and King Henry for JSN and Marv. Oh,
Rome.
I mean, JSN's so goddamn good, bro. He's so good. What a whiff by the community we had on him, man. I'm lucky I have 6 shares of JSN, but that's just because he fell to me in the 3rd round. I was picking AJ Brown over him. I'm going to admit that right now. Everyone was. Gross.
Yeah. He's on pace for 2,000 receiving yards. That is.
You see that one-handed catch he had, bro?
Oh my
How
God.
easy was that?
In stride.
How easy was that for him? Just chilling, bro.
In stride. Not even. Like, he had no doubt he was catching it. Troy Flank.
You know, remember how? Hey, do you remember how Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave both were like actively saying he's better than both of us, which was kind of weird. And those guys, their first round, they're top notch prospects, and like everyone kind of shrugged that aside because it's rookie year because of who's the clown that was the offensive coordinator there, the Bears guy. You know what I'm talking about that we got that was awful.
Yeah.
Anyways, not Eberflus, but it was
No.
the other fucking clown.
You're not thinking of Trustman, right?
No, it was the guy we hired after that. Anyways, his rookie year was rough. They weren't using him right. It was Lockett and DK. He was 3rd fiddle, and they were using him wrong. And everyone's like, he's not a good talent. He's small. He's not fast, but he is the fucking smoothest route runner. His hands are elite. He's got hands. They're hands of gold. I mean, literally, it's like Jarvis Landry's hands, but he's a souped up Jarvis Landry. I don't know if that's a slight on him. Like Jarvis Landry was a really good NFL receiver for a lot of years, but he's a souped up dude. He had 100 catches a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And he's a bigger, souped up Jarvis Landry.
So JSN's one of those guys, and you're always like, how is he open? How's he open? And he's just, whether it's a curl route and he sits in the flat, whether it's an out route and he just beats the guy, whether it's a go route, he beats him off the line. Like, dude, he's such an amazing route runner.
Did you see his target share this year?
I would guess that it's somewhere near 28%.
Oh, no, it's in the 40s.
No, it can't be.
They don't throw the ball. They don't throw the ball much.
On the season?
Yeah, dude, it's in the 40s. At least it was going into the game. Yeah, they mentioned it, and the announcer mentioned it. It was like 41%, dude. He's averaging like 13 targets a game, right? And they're only throwing the ball like 29 times a game.
Dude, 28% is elite.
Yeah, look, it was in the 40s. I promise you. Just look at Sam Darnold's attempts and his targets, so you can look it up. It's crazy. Turgay, Sean Tucker droppable now. He got me 34. No, he's not droppable. You got to wait to see what's up with Bucky Irving. Look, find that out for me, Story, if you can.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking for it.
Yeah, shout out Sports Memes channel. I'm gonna play it one more time while you look this up because I love this one too. It's also I hate Shedeur Sanders.
And Shedeur Sanders is coming into the game. Blue 42. Blue 42.
What is he saying? I don't know. Just roll with it.
Sports Memes channel right there on YouTube. Sports Memes channel. Check that out. Give him a sub, and I have access to his videos, but he drops them before me. So if you want the beat, I don't want you to watch him on my channel. I don't need that. He does. Remember, check out. Also, shout out one more time to my Patreon members and subscribers and helping me out. Appreciate you. A lot of good stuff there. You want to be a guest on the show. You want free merchandise. You want to play fantasy leagues with us. You want access to my bets. The bets are crushing ass. 54-29 Story. We're making money, bro. We're printing money over here. I'm paying my rent with these fucking bets, honestly. And then there's Helen Hunt. So, you know what? I love this show. This is a one-of-a-kind show.
I'm going to send you an MP3. I'm dating myself. MP3 file of the scream I'm thinking about. You need to layer that over the Helen Hunt and just.
Yeah.
I don't think Ray's on here. You're gonna like freak Ray out, and it's gonna be amazing.
Do you know the picture people sent? Like it's not a virus thing, but they send you like a breaking news. This happened, and it's a picture of that big black dude's dick. You know what I'm talking about on the bed. You never got that? It's a really noticeable picture. Like it's in pop culture. It's like this big burly, like not muscular but not fat. He's just sitting there with this like 10-inch hog. And like you click on this link, it's almost like spam, and your friend will text it to you. Like it'd be like update JSN out for the season. You like click on it, and it's just this dude's dick, right? So like that's like I'd rather see that than Helen Hunt.
Is that
I would rather see that than Helen Hunt.
Is that the new Rick?
I'm gonna send you the picture.
Okay,
yeah, here you go. I'd rather see that than this.
I
told you my Helen Hunt story, right?
No. Did you meet her?
Oh no, you weren't on the show. No. It's not really like that. I'll get to Jason's here. Joe Biden, Minnesota. Do you like Fargo, right? Fargo's a good show.
Fargo's
a good
great.
movie. I haven't seen the show.
The movie's outstanding.
Yeah,
I never saw this.
Anyways, I'll tell this to you real quick. So,
dude, when what's his name? Anyway, when he's like, what the Christ? Because he's got to go out to the lot to check the cars. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. GT, what if a cross-dresser is a chick that dresses like a man? Well, what about that? That's actually better. Nice call there. Mike, is that a dress in the background? A principal.
A dress?
No,
Where?
He's just fucking with you.
Oh.
Anyway, so I was watching, I'll tell you the story real quick because I already told it in the show, but I was watching like a movie from like 4 years ago, and I forget the name. It was a pretty good movie, kind of like a horror thriller. And me and Erica got 40 minutes in, and it's starring Helen Hunt. She's like the mother. And I didn't realize, it took me 40 minutes to realize it was Helen Hunt because all the work she's had. And I know Helen Hunt so well. And like, that's what got me. I was like, what the fuck? And you saw why. It doesn't even look like her. GT feels like the Bengals let him be a warrior, and Commanders are actually looking for the future, so they won't get him hurt. I mean, yeah, that's what Story said essentially. But the Bengals are stupid. The Commanders are stupid.
Yeah. The movie you're talking about, I See You? Is that the name of the movie?
Yeah. You've seen that, right?
No, I just Googled it.
Oh, dude, check it out. It's really good. It's really good. Like, it's really good. And you also get to watch Helen Hunt and be like, that's not even Helen Hunt. So
okay. Well, Weapons is on HBO right now, so I'm gonna catch that this week.
Oh, hell yeah. Let me know what you think. It's pretty good. You saw Barbarian, right?
Yes, Barbarian is outstanding.
You like Barbarian?
Yeah.
Oh, this is way better than Barbarian. And I like Barbarian. Barbarian's just weird. Like, this is like just better.
Dude, Barbarian's hilarious. That movie is
yeah. The two act, the legit two act, like two separate acts is nice. This has even better, like the time scale of it and the way they tell the story is even better than Barbarian. I'm not gonna get spoiled anymore.
No spoilers.
You know, fuck you. I'm gonna tell you everything now. If Collins is out, would you play Shaheed as wide receiver 2? Waddle is on bye and London out. You talking about Nico Collins? Nico Collins not out, is he?
He didn't get hurt, did he?
Bro, if Nico Collins got hurt, I quit. I'm fucking deleting this channel. No more.
Oh, Collins. Oh, dude, he's questionable. It's
For
probably
what?
a maintenance day. I wouldn't panic yet.
Oh, yeah, because Thursday, because they play Thursday. He's
going to walk through. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Is James Franklin a good hire at Virginia Tech? Give me 30 seconds on that.
I mean, maybe. James Franklin's always been one of those guys that's really good at recruiting. He's like always been good leading up to game day, but he's another guy that like cannot put it together, can't win the big game. He did beat Ohio State a couple times, but he can't like get the team over the hump. He's a terrible in-game manager. Another one that's like afraid to call timeouts or call timeouts too early or whatever it is. Like for Virginia Tech, yeah, an ACC team, sure, he's a great hire, but he's got his eyes on like Florida or another SEC team. Who's vacant right now? Auburn's probably coming up. Like, yeah, there's better options at Virginia Tech.
Is Fairbairn worth a pickup? No, he's been hurt. He's dropping Boswell. 007 is dropping Boswell. I feel like for the Texans playoff schedule, Arizona, Vegas, and the Chargers to Boswell's. Miami, Detroit, Cleveland. Miami's a good matchup.
He came back though. Fairbairn.
Oh, who do you want? Boswell's a serial killer. His coach confirmed he's a serial, so he might go to prison. But I still like Boswell. He said that he's that dude, right? You still want Boswell or no? Because the weather's getting worse.
I would probably take Fairbairn. Like they play in a dome. I know he did not play the last 2 weeks, but he was a full participant today. So he's coming back.
Jay, you only have one waiver or one move per week because that's another stupid ass rule. Like, what if your team gets decimated? So I don't want to go no kicker, and Godwin might not play, so you might not have a choice in that matter. I would go Yossi Vash over Hollins in full PPR. Sorry, I'd probably tell you Matt Collins, but
I would say Matt Collins, but I put Godwin at about a 15% chance to play. Like, I don't think he's playing.
That's not good.
Yeah.
No, and you got to tell your commissioner that's a stupid ass rule.
One waiver per week, like one
pickup. I'm taking that as one pickup per week.
I mean, that's the worst rule.
That's awful.
That's the worst rule I've ever heard.
Yeah, just pick my wife while you're at it too.
I played in leagues where they charge you per transaction.
That's fine. I don't like that either because I make a lot of transactions and that's stupid.
I mean, same with like
I turn my bench, baby.
I mean, me too. Like I turn my bench. I drop a kicker to pick up a guy, and then I drop them like midway through Sunday.
Yeah. You should be able to do whatever you want. Jonathan, Rome still a must start. Is Rome still a must start for you?
I think so. Like, if there's any wide receiver you're going to start in Chicago, it's Rome Odunze. He's a top 30 wide receiver for me.
Denver has an elite pass rush, bro. Thoughts on Cignetti?
Kurt Cignetti is a great coach. Like, he's taking, like, I know they struggled a lot. Like, okay, so they didn't struggle. They struggled through the first quarter and a half this past week, but they absolutely turned it on. And I know they barely came from behind to win the game before, or the week before. But, dude, Cignetti is taking that program from, I don't want to call it a laughing stock in the Big Ten, but they're a contender. I mean, they're the number 2 team in the nation right now. Like, I don't think anybody thought Indiana was going to be here where they are right now. Like, he's done an outstanding job.
We'll get back to that in 1 second. Let's answer. We're actually caught up to the chat. It took us 2 hours and 10 minutes. So we'll do in a couple more minutes. We are four supers away from one more chug. I would love to see Story do one more since he bailed out on a couple with me. I will do one more, and we'll stay on for another 20 minutes or so, give or take. Mark, I answer Mark's comment here. If Collins is out, any Texans wide receiver is viable. Well, it's Jaden Higgins for sure. He plays the same position. I would say that I think Jalen Noel is fine if Higgins is owned, but benches B-Rob, Harvey, QJ, and Goff. QJ can be dropped, right? You agree with that one in this situation?
In a 12 team with standard rosters, standard benches, yes. If you're in a 14 team or a 3 flex or a 8 guy bench, then no, you can't drop him. But yeah, standard league, 12 team, 5-6 man bench, gone.
Okay, go back to Indiana. Thoughts on the quarterback, man? He's the number 1 pick right now because what we've seen with Arch Manning. Arch Manning's going back to school anyway, but he's bad. Is there hope for Arch Manning, first of all?
There's hope. The second half has been a lot better than the first half, so you've got some things to build on. Their defense has certainly been carrying them, but their offense has shown signs of life. Manning's gotten a lot better. I think a lot of it has been the pressure coming in. He's made some really poor decisions, but Mendoza's been playing incredible. Like, you cannot take anything away from what Fernando Mendoza has done this year.
Give me a comp. Give me a comp for him.
For Mendoza.
Is it Caleb Williams? Like a more controlled Caleb Williams?
He doesn't run that much. Dude, Williams used to run like
CJ Stroud. Is it CJ Stroud?
Dude, it's almost Dwayne Haskins, to be honest. Like,
oh, well, he's right here. He's right here, folks.
Yeah,
there he is. Signed Dwayne Haskins jersey.
I'll come up with one, but yeah. I mean, like, Haskins would run when he had to, like, and he.
Okay, well, give me a better comp because you're not. It's not a ringing endorsement.
No, well, I mean, in college, Haskins was the best.
That was also Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? And those guys don't pan out. So, give me an actual comp that a good comp. Give me his high end comp. Give me a high end comp NFL player, not in college. I want to say what he could turn into as an NFL player with good coaching and a good good ecosystem, etc.
Right. I'll come up with one. I'll get back.
Ooh, we got Timu May.
Yeah.
Timu, like the shitty brand.
Yeah, I know what Timu is. Don't buy. First of all, don't buy on Timu. It's a terrible company. But yes,
we buy on there. It's not there. You get some decent stuff from Timu, dude. I once got, because they have like deals where you have to get like 10 things and they're free. You get free shit, right? To like get free shipping or whatever. And I got these slippers from them. They were like $2 or like $5 slippers or something. Dude, they were literally like cardboard with like little cloth over them. I threw them out right away. Like, it was the worst. It was like I could have made those, like, not even like sweatshop shit. I could have made them myself, and I am not crafty at all.
You shouldn't be buying shit on Timu. Like, they're a terrible company. Like, they're a terrible company.
Did they fuck your wife or something?
No, it's just that they're like the way they the way they treat their suppliers or their vendors. Like, it's not good.
How do you know this? How do you know all this?
I don't know. Keep up to date on that shit. Like, I'll never buy from Timu. Like, the problem, like they take advantage of their vendors quite a bit, and like you're talking about like cheap Chinese shit that gets passed around from distributor to distributor. And also they've been linked to like child labor in multiple countries and bad ethical practices. Like, it's just a bad company all around.
Oh, look at this comment here from fucking Jason. Favorite Amazon purchase: Barry Wood stickers for light switches and Ron Jeremy doorknobs. Got popped with it multiple times, dude. Rip to your father, man. If he had half the sense of humor you have, he's a great man. Dude, so Ron, he's a dick doorknobs? Is that what he's saying? A giant dick doorknob?
I mean,
fucking great.
Like a round one or like one of those handles.
Yeah, it's like a handle, probably. Yeah, it's a handle, right? And instead, it's just a dick. But it's a huge one, so it's a big handle.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, do I have to play it? Like, obviously, you know my love for Ron Jeremy. Look at that young Ron Jeremy. You remember Fernandez from Elgin, right? He looked like Ron Jeremy.
Not Fernandez.
Eric Fernandez, yeah.
Oh yeah, Eric Fernandez. Yes.
Yeah, he kind of looked like Ron Jeremy, like the latter day Ron Jeremy who looks like a troll. He's in jail now, right? He got busted for some kind of I keep up on Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy or
Ron Jeremy?
Okay.
Yeah, he got busted for some typical like sexual misconduct. You know how it's Me Too movement. Everyone gets in trouble for that. Mark says 12-man full PPR 4 bench spots for his QJ drop.
Yes.
I hate 4 bench spots. I hate that shit. That's another thing that grinds my gears.
Yeah, I'm in one home league. It's a 10 team, 5 bench spots. Like, I mean, Tyler Algier's on the waiver wire in that league because how can you possibly roster him?
Thank you, Jason, by the way, for that. And again, your dad was probably an awesome man. So rip for him, pour one out.
Yeah,
I say that about like Dwayne Haskins. I use that loosely sometimes. I'm not using it loosely here. GT, May or Dak rest of season. If it's 6 for a passing touchdown, are you going Dak or are you still going Drake May?
My God, that one's really close. I would 6 for passing. I'm going Dak. Dude, give me the possibility that they got to play from behind every single game.
You know what? Let's just do a chug for these people anyway. They deserve it. If they want to give me 2 more, then they will give me 2 more, and I appreciate it. I have like 80% of one right here. It's an Oktoberfest, so that equals a full one. Story, Billions or Succession?
Dude, Succession.
Have you seen them both?
No, I haven't seen Billions.
I haven't seen either. So you've also never seen Lost, Story. You've never seen Lost.
No, but my buddy said it's such a disappointing ending. Like, what do you get? Like, I don't want to.
It doesn't. Yes, the ending's not great, but the journey to get there is well worth the trip.
Okay.
I've watched it 3 times. The man made $1 million. I love saying that. I love Office Space, bro. It's a jump to conclusions, Matt. That is the worst idea. What do you think of Brazil? Is it Brazil? Brazil?
Chris Brazel from
Brazel.
Yeah. He's a
speedster. Mike Evans.
Yeah. He's oh my God. He's big step forward this year for him at Tennessee. I'm really impressed with him. Aguilar has been really, really good this year. Their whole offense, it's not an NFL offense, but yeah. Brazel will probably be a round 3 pick.
Really?
And he probably won't be fantasy relevant in year 1, but he's got a chance to be something by year 2.
Jonathan said some Chinese preschooler made those slippers during nap time. He says Temu is a horrible company, ethically work with top logistics company. So he has inside knowledge of this. All right, you ready to do this, Chuggy?
I gotta get one from the fridge. So I got the non-chug beer here. Okay. So yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, he gotta get a chug beer. I get it. Max says Drake May is projected to put up 25 points. Do you think he has a big game, or do you think he has 15 points again? A big game because he is playing the Bengals, if I'm not mistaken. And the Bengals is just a great matchup. And coming off that stinker, he played well. Drake May played really well in that game, but Travion Henderson stole 2 rushing touchdowns. And you don't have to throw a lot against the Jets, so I think they're going to have to throw more, and the Bengals are just a piss-poor defense right now. So Drake May is also vying for the MVP conversation. Now, Story will disagree. He'll say Mike Vrabel's an old-school coach. He doesn't care about that. I'm sorry. He's also a player coach. If Drake May wins the MVP this year in his second year from where that franchise was last year, like they're going to try to get Drake May the MVP. And I think he's the front runner, man. Honestly, I do, because Matt Stafford didn't exactly impress people in that game against Seattle. So
I think
Drake made a big game this week.
I think Stafford's still the betting favorite, though.
Yeah, but Drake May, I think the story is so good. A second-year player, dude, and where that franchise was last year after all those bad Belichick picks, like they just like put it in the tank, right? It was bad, and he's close. And the thing is, I feel more comfortable with the schedule that the Patriots have of them winning 14 games, to where I don't think the Rams win 14 games. I think the Rams have a harder schedule. They have to play division games. Like the Pats only have that really tough game against the Bills and like one other kind of game. I think they're going to be favored in all but 2 games the rest of the year, and I think that the Rams have a harder schedule.
That's fair. I mean, they got the Seahawks again, right?
Yeah, they do. What do you call a disabled dude with a huge dong? Ron Chermy.
Yep. Sports beams.
Your take on Your Love. Who's Your Love?
Jordan Love, Jeremiah Love, the running back from Notre Dame. Top running back pick in the entire class. Like, Notre Dame's got a great offense this year. Defense is outstanding. That team should make a deep run in the playoffs. Love's got shiftiness, explosiveness. He's got the size. He's got everything you want in an NFL running back. I feel strongly that he'll be drafted in the top 20 picks in the first round this year. And I feel strongly that he will be fantasy relevant at some point. He's not going to come in and be a contributor right away. He's not going to be like an Ashton Jeanty where he's the guy, but he will work his way into a role by midseason next year.
All right, you ready for this chug? He hates that. All right, here we go. Oktoberfest is not chugging beer. Oh, that's thick. Really thick. Can we talk about the disappointment that is Jonathan Brooks? Just like Blue had high hopes. Well, Blue isn't because of injuries. Blue is because he's a knucklehead. He's not an NFL running back, at least not mentally. Jonathan Brooks came off an ACL and then hurt his ACL the first year. So
he came back too early. I'm convinced that he came back too early. The poor guy.
Why?
Yeah.
For the fucking Panthers? Why are you coming back for the Panthers? Their season's over. What are you doing?
He'll probably make a practice squad here and there, but like after his rookie contract. But man, I feel really bad for that guy. But Jaden Blue, man, I warned people. I'm like, he was a pass catcher first and foremost at Texas. Like he's not replacement for Ezekiel Elliott.
No, I just ripped ass.
Nice.
If May MVP massive on both of his coaches' contracts, that's true. I don't think Vrabel has to worry, but I don't think McDaniels has to worry either.
No.
Sports, yeah, we'll definitely get that going, bro. Like I said, you're welcome to come on whenever you would like. Let's see. Oktoberfest beers are horrible for chugging, even at room temperature. Yeah, I'm aware of that now. And I could have always just assumed that, and then I actually did it the last 2 nights, and I also had to drink them. So it's all I have a couple light beers. What up?
Matt Ryan. That's a good comp for Fernando Mendoza. Now, Justin Herbert, somewhere in that range. Same, like 6'3" body type.
Not as athletic as Herbert, but more athletic than Matt Ryan.
Yeah. So that's a good comp because they're the same kind of style, like body type, style. Big arm, downfield passing, but also can scramble when necessary. So a Matt Ryan, like Justin Herbert type guy. Justin
Herbert's 6'6", though. Matt Ryan 6'5", just so you know. They're giant human beings.
Okay.
So I don't know, not to poo-poo your point, Story, but I poo-poo. Mark says Story doing that scream for the Helen Hunt pick should be the audio clip for it. I can get that because I can go back and find this, and I will do that. Actually, I'm going to do that. That's going to be the audio clip for the Helen Hunt picture. I will do that because it's really good. James says, is the idea to limit picking rookies before round 6? Just feel like so few worked out this year. The ones that went high didn't work out. Genty has not worked out. That's a bust. I'm sorry, TreVeyon Henderson's still a bust. I don't care what he does the rest of the year. Most teams, if you're not smart, that pick TreVeyon Henderson, if you didn't take Javonte Williams, for instance, you're not in the playoffs, bro. RJ Harvey, bust. Ibuka was good, but how many of them actually panned out? Like early in the year, you know what I mean?
Yeah. For the record, Fernando Mendoza is 6'5". Just
wow.
Right,
Okay,
yeah.
so you said 6'3", motherfucker. You're the
I underestimate. Call it 6'4" because they always give him like an inch over. I agree. Like the problem is we get rookie fever this like in late August, and these dudes get steamed up so far, and then you'll hear online like, oh well, you just got to give him time, and it wasn't a bad pick because now Travion Henderson is doing this and RJ Harvey's doing that, but the problem is you drafted this guy in round 4 when you could have been drafting, who's going in round 4? Like
well, James Cook was going late round 3.
Yeah, there you go. So you could have gotten like a James Cook if he slipped. You could have gotten in round 3 like a Trey McBride instead of an Amari Hampton. Like
Hampton busted too.
That's the thing. Like
they've all busted.
Like they might be performing now, but your team, like you had these guys early on, so it's the draft capital that killed you. It's not the fact that it took them so long. If these were 8, 9, 10 round picks, you're not worried about it. The fact that you had to give up a 3rd for Hampton and a 4th for Henderson, or even a 2nd for Hampton and a 3rd for Hampton, that's the problem. This is something that we need to remember next year. I was high on.
Well, here's the nice upside, dude, is that you can still have them and not draft them, because if you can predict, like now I didn't think they'd be this bad. No one thought it'd be this bad. Now Hampton was injury, but it was rough early on. You drafted him to be a fucking set it and forget it RB1 or RB2 early in the year. So he disappointed for 3 weeks, and then he had 2 good weeks and then got hurt. But right. Henderson and Harvey are guys, if it's this bad and it's playing time, that most of the owners will just trade them for 50 cents on the dollar. So the idea is don't draft them, trade for them week 5, week 6, week 7, and then you can get the fruits of all that stuff and not have to spend the draft capital. You can actually get an elite tight end or take early quarterback if you want. Build your team with, build your the pillars of your team, and then get these ancillary picks later. I don't know. Like I don't do it. I don't draft rookies. I pick my spots. I drafted Ibuka because your recommendation story. I drafted Tyler Warren because your recommendation when I didn't get Tucker Kraft. Those have been good hits. I've missed on some guys too, obviously. But I have Genty in one league, so
what did Warren cost you? Like, even if Warren was
went really high, but it was 7th or 8th round.
Okay,
yeah, that's not that high. It's not that high for a tight end, maybe, but it's not that high.
Yeah. The problem is like this community gets so running back focused. Like it's a good
call. It's not dynasty. That's the point. I think that like we go too far. Like it needs to be somewhere in the middle, because there is inherent upside. League winners are rookies, but it needs to be somewhere in the middle where we've been, right? And 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, before Jefferson and Odell Beckham, so maybe 8, 9 years ago, no one was drafting rookies at all, and there was a lot of value. Now it's almost like fade the rookies and then just take the veterans. Like Devontae Adams was a round 4 pick. Joe says Pickens went 4 or later. Pickens went 5 or 6. I got Pickens in the 6th round in a lot of spots. I got Pickens super late in a bunch of spots.
Dude,
it's almost like fade him.
I don't think it's a recent phenomenon. Like, I remember drafting Amir Abdullah in the 4th round in 2015. Man. It happens every year. You get a good crop and people get super excited and these guys get steamed up. And, it's so difficult to make an impact in your first game rookie year. Like, it's just impossible. Like,
the Henderson hype came from that preseason game. The first touch was a kick return touchdown, which doesn't even affect his running back status, but he looks so good. And they gave him 3. They had 3 catches in the first drive. It was like, he's going to be Jahmyr Gibbs, right? That's what they're all saying. We have sports says the fact that JT was a 2-3 turn. He was essentially 20th overall ADP in my leagues, which is a little before the 2-3 turn, but he was going, really late. And after Bucky and after A-Chain and after Genty was a 1st round pick. Gabriel, I don't know what you're talking about. I had Bucky in the 3rd. Bucky was a 2nd round pick. You had CD in the 2nd. CD was a top 5 pick. So unfortunately, your league, are you playing a 5 or 6 man league? Because I promise you, I play 25 leagues. I know exactly where all these guys go. These are high money leagues. And CD Lamb, the latest I saw CD Lamb go in my 25 leagues. My wife did 11 leagues, so I did 36 big money leagues. He went 7th or 6th. I think 6 was the latest I saw CD Lamb go, right, Story? And he wasn't ever going outside 6. Injury concerns.
I mean, outside of like the rare league where he fell because of running back heavy or whatever.
Where are you going to fall? 8 overall? It's CD Lamb.
Well, that's just the thing. Like 9, 10 maybe, but he was not a second round pick.
I could just tell you that I did 400 best balls, never saw him go past 7. I did 500 money drafts. So, and then, Bucky in the 3rd. Bucky never went past pick 22.
And I mean, frankly, CD never should have gone in the 2nd round in whatever league. Like,
no, and I guess let me join your league. Can I say that? I want to get the former number 1 overall player from 2 years prior in the 2nd round, and maybe if it's standard, maybe I could see him going in the 2nd, maybe, but that's still weird. Like standard, I could see it, but then Bucky wouldn't go in the 3rd if it was standard. You get what I'm saying? Those things don't correlate. Yeah. Again, I'm pretty goddamn sharp. I don't care if I've chugged 6 beers. I'm sharp. I know these data points here. Story, who plays more fantasy football than me? Anyone? Tough question. I mean, maybe there's someone out there.
I'm sure there's someone out there, but nobody that I know personally. Yeah. Or even
I'm a degenerate. GT would love Mendoza on his roster. Damn straight. Rob
and his brother is on Indiana. His brother's the backup quarterback in Indiana.
Ooh. I have 3 shares of Henderson, and those were all my early drafts because I did 25, right? So I had to space those out within 3 weeks. So I had to do some drafts 3 weeks before the season started, which I don't like to do. And Henderson was a 4th round pick then, and then the preseason game happened, and then he went to a 3rd round pick, which is just hilarious. We got to think about these things in the community. We let a 100-yard kick return story affect a guy's draft position by 1 full round. Like, no. So that's why I was already out on Henderson Story, but it was like pick 45. I was like, I'll take Hendy there. And then it became pick 36, and I was like, I won't take. And I saw Hendy sometimes going in like the mid-3rd. Like, nah, bro. Like, we're done. So I have in 3 spots. So I have some exposure, which I'm surprised at because I hated Henderson. I hated his story. Like, I didn't know the situation.
Well, I mean, I'm looking back on like what we talked about, like what I talked about, and I said Henderson, perfect blend of size, speed, and power for an ascending offense. But no, his ADP has steamed up to the point that he's no longer a value, especially with Ramondre Stevenson, the starter there. It's a player they like and whom they paid on the roster. Stevenson isn't going anywhere anytime soon. In 2025, it'll be a split backfield. Like,
that's actually like optimistic because it wasn't a split backfield.
No, it wasn't.
That's Story's own words on the pod. That's money. That's why Story's the boat. And I got another little. I always call you out when you have your wrong call, Story. GT says Puka in the last round of his rookie year. He was undrafted in most leagues also. And guess who mentioned Puka? Remember the famous quote, Story, of me when you mentioned him in the first? This was like in April. We were talking about the draft, and you were like, keep an eye on Puka Nacua before he was even drafted by the Rams. And I couldn't pronounce his name. I have the clip on. I think I had the clip on TikTok. I was like, Puka Nacua. I was like, it sounds like a necklace. Puka shell. And I'm saying you mentioned it all the time. You mentioned it all the fucking time. So, you hit on it, and because of you, I ended up with like 11 of 25 Puka shares, and I would never.
I saw him playing the Pac-12, and I'm like, he's going to be a future star. I mean, nobody predicted that, but
you were almost saying he's an NFL player right away, and it fits Sean McVay's scheme, and it was like, this is a guy definitely worth roster because you're talking about a 16th round pick,
right? Yes, I mean, I think that was the quintessential like pickup week 1. We used to have those. Remember when you could find a guy in week 1? Nowadays, every like fringe player is rostered by week 1.
Danny Dimes is worth a start, James Bond, but I would temper your expectations there because, well, I will say this. I have a feeling that the Chiefs are going to put up a lot of points in this game. I don't trust Indy's defense, and the game script could be good for Danny Dimes, right?
Agree.
Less JT, more throwing, and the weapons are legit there. Bunch of bozos in Gabriel's league, thankfully. Thoughts on trading Mike Jacobs for his Mark Andrews? I'm loaded at running back. No, I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. Like, Mark Andrews is fine. He's the top 6 guy, but that's not a bust. Yeah, you're not doing that, are you, Story?
Yeah, lucky with a direct snap touchdown. But
okay, don't be worried about Bijan. He's in my mind, the best running back in football, even ahead to JT in terms of talent, just because of his versatility. They have to run the offense through Bijan now. They have to, and he's gonna be playing slot receiver. He's gonna be on the field even more. Yeah. And they don't have their first round pick. They don't have their first round pick. Let's factor that in there.
I'm kind of excited about Tyler Algier too, because they're gonna have to run the ball.
Right. Yeah, they have to. And whether they can get the score close enough to do so, Story, is another story. Double story. I was up 10 with Genty and Aubrey left to play. Opponent had Dak. 9%. If CD caught it at the end, I would have lost.
Oh, wow. All right. So cheerio.
Hey, positive.
Yeah.
All right. GT, thank you. We already did our chug, so we kind of did it before, even though we're still one short. But don't give me another one, GT. You're good. All right, awesome show. We had 2 hours. I always say, I'm going to these, I was like, I haven't slept much the last 2 nights. Like, obviously, the London, or not London, the overseas games kill me. I got to watch 14 hours straight of football, and I'm always on Saturday night until like 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning.
That was the last one for the year.
Yeah, thank God, man. And now I can go back to do my start sit show Sunday morning. But not bitching over here. I'm just saying, like, I haven't slept much. I drink a lot. Like, bad combinations. But let's answer a couple more questions, and then we're out of here. Andrew's schedule is amazing, and he's still Lamar's favorite targeting. Yeah, I get that, but Isaiah likely ain't going anywhere anyway.
Yeah,
so,
well, I don't even care about that. Like, it's still Mark Andrews is taking a step back, and when Jacobs is healthy, he's a top 5 running back.
Thank you, GT. You're the shit. Also, shout out GT, a Patreon member.
Great,
Gentlemen, if you are not in the Discord, 61 people in there, this community, this show, it goes on 24/7. Whether it's me, whether it's Story, whether it's Big Ray's in there a lot. I answer a lot of questions. You also have Mark in there all the time. You have Blake in there, who hasn't been on the show, but Blake's the media manager. He's in there all the time. We have a lot of good people in there answering all these questions in depth. Put your rosters up. We're making you money. You get access to my bets, gentlemen. That's what it is. Access to my bets. That'll pay for it alone. I mean, 5-year track record, bro. That's all I got to say. Also, join the community. Help support me, support Story. Keep us going. I'm never going to quit anyway, but I'm just saying, it's worth it. It's worth it. Ask anyone that's in there. They're not going to steer you wrong. They're not going to tell you no. They're not going to be like, that was a mistake. No, because it's a fun place with nice, respectful people that are funny and crazy like Jason. You got J-Bob spouting about the Eagles all fucking day. We love all that, and it's all in good fun, right? It's all in good fun. So here you go. Here is the record here, gentlemen, for the bets. If you're interested, if you like betting, if you're losing betting, yes, it's hard. It's hard. Don't make it hard. I don't make it hard. These are all minus 110 bets, minus 120 at the worst. Even odds bets. You're gonna get, look at that. If you bet $100 on all these bets, you're up. I don't know, 2 rent payments, two mortgages, whatever you want to say. Also, I'll show you this. This is Helen Hunt. She's gross. You get a lot of stuff with the Patreon. This is just like 10% of it, 20% of it, all this kind of stuff. Again, shout out to the members here. Shout out to everyone in here that's helping me out.
And I know
last words.
I know you've been saying gentlemen, but dude, there was at least, well, maybe I shouldn't assume, but there was someone named Amy in the chat earlier tonight. So.
Oh yeah, and Lexi's actually in the Patreon. We have one girl in the Patreon.
So, gentlemen and ladies.
And so we have this. In fairness, she's old as fuck.
True.
Yeah, but she's only 60. Like, it's not that old. There's hot 60-year-olds. Vanna White's like fucking 70, bro.
Dude, how old is Jennifer Connelly?
Ooh, I'm saying that's good. That's good plastic surgery, right?
I'm gonna look that up. Yes, she's definitely had plastic surgery, but I'm gonna look that up right now.
Okay, I get it, man. Like the worry, but like Bijan's that level of talent where we're not worried. Who? Connolly?
Jennifer Connelly. 54.
How old's Vanna White? Vanna White's got to be like 68, bro.
Oh, dude. 68. And she looks amazing for 68.
Dude, I'm so good at guessing celebrities' ages. It's like a skill of mine.
Jibba target share this year, 38.8%.
Oh, it went down. It was at 40 to start the game. I promise you. I heard that stat.
So stupid. Red zone target
real
share.
Quick. Story. My two big skills, and I have a lot of skills, but my 2 big skills is guessing celebrities' ages off the cuff, because I can think of movies they were in, I can guess how old they were in the movie, and then guessing men's dick sizes. Like looking, how Carney's guess people's weights? I can guess every man's dick size just by looking at them. I look at their hands, I look at their feet, look at their body type, I look at their face. You have about a 6.2-inch penis.
May or may not be close. I'm not going to confirm or deny.
It's right. I'm right. I saw his face, bro. I'm right. Anyone that wants me, send me your picture, send me your info, and I'll guess your penis size too. So that's a good way to end the show. That's how we do it here. I'm kind of kidding, but I'm kind of not. So that's what's up. Let's see. Anything else?
Oh, dude, GT, Jennifer Connelly, all time. Hell yeah.
You think all time?
Oh, man. Jennifer Connelly, 30 years ago was.
What is her big movie? I'm trying to think of Jennifer Connelly. I'm just.
Recently she was in Top Gun Maverick. Like you might know her from that. But...
Tucker, I'm not talking to you, bro. Why are you even in here, Tucker? Get out of here. Sorry, go on. I don't like Tucker Kraft. I actually love the real Tucker Kraft, but this guy's just a troll.
Okay.
What is the thing we're talking about for Jennifer Connelly?
What's the one with Wayans and Jared Leto, the drug movie? Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Jennifer Connelly. All right. Now I know.
All right. Tucker says he's not a troll.
Whatever. Well, don't say something like send you my pictures. Wow, like it was a joke. Clearly, it was actually a good joke. And then Sports says, can you do a reverse penis size guess? Show a penis, guess the height. Oh, now that's tougher. That's tougher because that's like way out of left field, right? No, I can't do that.
I mean, now,
man, sorry, Tucker. I missed out, man. I guess I took your comment wrong, so I apologize for that. But you know what? Get a lot of trolls on here, man. So I got my troll, my troll watch up, and I don't like that to do it. I don't know why people do it. I don't get it. What am I supposed to do, right? It's a lot. I'm going to find it. Here it is.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in. You want this baby boy's hole. You gotta pay the troll toll.
Stop. All right, not bad. I feel like you're saying boy's hole, and it's clearly soul. So it's boy's soul.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole.
Right there. It sounds like hole. Like if you drag that, are you chewing gum?
Yeah.
The end of that, you're chewing gum. Hey, Tucker, if you were going to, like, it's an easy thing to say, I'm going to do this, then just do it. Then do it. If you join the Discord, get in that shit. But like saying you were going to just sounds like something a troll would say, is all I'm saying. Like, I was going to do it, and now you said this. Like, It is what it is, man. Michael, start Michael Wilson or Tyler Warren next week. If there is no Marvin Harrison, it's Michael Wilson, right?
Yeah. It's a flex. So you're almost always starting the wide receiver or the running back. And assuming there's no Marvin Harrison, it's Michael Wilson 100%. I love Tyler Warren.
Here's what I'm saying, though. If it's full PPR, I'm starting Michael Wilson for sure. Half PPR, I'm going Tyler Warren. I know he hasn't scored a lot of touchdowns this year, but he has a rushing touchdown. That could happen again. I'm sorry, Michael Wilson's never getting a tush push, bro.
Dude, he started. Tyler Warren started so hot with touchdowns.
I know, but he's more likely to score a touchdown than Michael Wilson. Let's not fool ourselves. I love Michael Wilson. I'm telling you, dude, he's more likely. Like,
true.
There's no chance Michael Wilson scoring any rushing touchdowns.
No.
I promise you, Tyler Warren is scoring one more rushing touchdown before the end of the year. I'm pretty sure.
That'd be amazing.
50% sure.
I'd love it.
Yeah, we love him. All right. Story. Last one for me. GT says she was in the bed with a midget. What is that from? Let us know what that's from.
I'm embarrassed.
They're actually called. Huh?
I'm embarrassed. I don't know what this is from.
Yeah, they're preferred to be called Little People. The Seinfeld reference, where it's like it's little people, right? Can't you just switch with another midget? Like George just fucking love Mickey, dude. Mickey's fucking great. Analyze This. That's the sequel to Analyze That, or is that the first one? Analyze This is the first one. Analyze That sequel. Oh, is that, who does that have in it? Does that have that little
De Niro, Matthew Perry? Also, dude, so you're talking about like celebrities who died, like feeling emotional. My wife was like devastated when Matthew Perry died. Like she was broken up.
Yeah, one of my favorite movies, Almost Heroes, is Chris Farley and Matthew Perry, right? Well, Farley's last movie, and then Matthew Perry was in the throes of his addiction. Sports memes, that midget line reminds me of she's bald. She's bald. Like, you're bald. The best thing ever is the way he does his finger, like, I was bald. Right? I don't like this thing. I fucking love that. George's confidence with the hair is so good. And then I love the next scene when it's gone, or I think it might be the next episode. Where he's like, I'm so happy I got rid of that. I feel like my old self, neurotic, incompetent, whatever he says, like the whole like speech he gives about how he's back to his old self, right? Fucking George, what a guy. I love the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode, one of the early ones where like everyone, like he's meeting Jason Alexander, and he's like, everyone's comparing me to George. He's a fucking idiot. Or sorry, he's like, well, George is an idiot, saying this to Larry David. He's like, he's all this thing. And essentially he's saying that about Larry because that's who Larry is. He's like, it's not that. He was funny. He's like, yeah, but he's an idiot. Billy Crystal was the one I was thinking of. I'm not a Billy Crystal fan, bro.
No?
Mets fan. I think he's a Mets fan, right? No. What's the Western movie? The you know what I'm talking about? Or they? Yeah, two of them.
By the way, you've seen Tombstone? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a dead guy. The guy that just died. Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. I mean, it's Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
But there's a scene where I've been doing this for like an hour, because apparently I had fidgeting issues, but where Val Kilmer, like the guy he faced off against, does the whole gun thing. So Val Kilmer's got the little metal cup, and he does this. He does this. He does this. You know what I'm talking about? Like you've seen Tombstone?
Not like where I can quote it. I've seen it, but I was drunk.
Oh, you gotta watch
it a long time
like
ago.
Tombstone's an amazing movie. You gotta watch Tombstone again.
You know who Billy Crystal kind of reminds me of? He's like the old school version of Jason Bateman, right? He's not very funny, but he's in all the comedy movies as like the straight man. Isn't that who Billy Crystal kind of is?
Yeah, a little bit, but yeah, I guess you could call Bateman. Like,
have you seen Bad Words though? Bad Words with Bateman?
Words? No, I've seen.
Check that. See, that makes me like Jason Bateman. He goes into a fucking L&D competition.
Try to kill their boss with Charlie Day.
Horrible bosses. Yeah, that's a typical like Jason Bateman performance.
Yeah. Also, you seen Game Night? Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, I didn't like it, but I only watched it once. Was it good?
It's funny. It's got its moments. It's got Kyle Chandler in it.
Sorry, Blake. Sorry for hearing that, man. Don't worry. Don't apologize to me, man. You do enough for this channel, so.
Oh man, yeah. No. Prayers up, like.
Yeah, we will do that for you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Why don't people?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Why don't people support men with toupees? There's people. Yeah.
I feel like Sports Meme Channel. Like, it might have a toupee. But...
This is good. GT Crystal's way more animated and J-wordy. That's true. He is. Yeah, he is. I just don't think he's very funny. I don't know. I just never laughed at Billy Crystal. I don't know. I know he hosted SNL and shit. Like, just not my cup of tea, you know? So, Date Night lives up in the second watch. You know what? I just saw on Netflix, and I have every movie I can. I have a legal cable hookup that, Jerry, my little cable boy. I have that.
My cable boy.
I should watch that.
My cable boy.
Yeah, my little cable boy. All right. That's it for me. It was supposed to be done at 2 hours, but we always go longer in these streams. You know what you're getting here. All right, Story. Thank you so much. Thank you to the chat. Thank you for everyone that donated. All the Patreon subscribers. We're building something special here. We are at week 12 coming up. So tomorrow's show will be week 12 waivers. I hate even saying it. Sucks. It's scary.
Wow.
I don't want it to end, but you know what? We have a lot of good stuff coming up once the football season ends. This channel is not like other channels. We're going to go 365 days a week. A year. Sorry, I might not do every night once football's over, but I'll be on here 4 or 5 nights, baby. You can count on that one. Doing movies, doing pop culture, doing random shows with all of my awesome guests.
Dude, regardless, like you've created a community that like people are going to connect with each other for a long, long time. So
yeah, that's something that's a feather in my cap, right?
Also, Sports Meme, he says he's got a full head of hair. Bless my jeans, dude. I would kick a small child into a swiftly moving river to have a full head of hair. Like,
dude, your hair is better than mine. You're like 6 years older than me, prick. Look, dude, I'm real. Look how thin I'm getting, dude. Look, you see that?
That might require
fuck you. No, I don't give a fuck. I'm a decent looking dude. I have a good personality. Like, I'm fine. Like, I'm married. Like, what am I gonna do? Do the fucking product George gets from Japan or China? Smells like shit.
Yeah, why did you took it off already?
Yeah, right. And he puts it back on. Like, I got a new system I'm working on. All right, gentlemen. Thank you, Story. Drinking on the show. Did a couple chugs. Next time, work yourself up to almost every chug if you don't have to work in the morning super early. But I appreciate you partaking with me, and I do them anyway. So love you guys. You guys are awesome. Don't say yikes. GT says yikes. Latex Jerry. It's not that bad. It just looks bad because my hat.
No, I think he's talking about me drinking. I don't think it means you're.
No, I think he said yikes because I showed my hairline. It looks bad because the hat. I know. Like just if I style it, I haven't had a haircut. When I cut it shorter, it does look better because my barber is a personal friend of mine. We get drunk at the barbershop.
And you want to be my latex salesman.
It does look bad when I look at it like this. It does look bad. When I look straight forward, it doesn't look as bad. Hey, you know what? Say Vandalay. I don't have it in the back of my head though. That's what you don't want, the back of your head.
Like I got a buddy who's like, it's going.
You're done there. You're done there. It's all good, GT. I understand it. It's fine. It's fine. All right, everyone. Love you, Story. Thank you so much. Love your life. What's this thing I always say? I'm drunk. I got it. Love your life. Stay positive and respect each other. That's it. Love your life. Stay positive and respect each other. I forget my own even outro. Jesus. Hold on, real quick. One more thing, Story. One more thing. Hold on a second here. I got to show you something. Here you go.
I need to answer.